We're live. That means it's time. It's time, Suris. It's time. Yes. Vandalize my heart. We're only at the beginning of this one-way piss. Oh, for fuck! Okay. I want to die.
Like is the low one.
Yeah, I don't understand why OBS, whenever I open it, and I have to calibrate the desktop audio things, like, huh? What? You know, like... So,
Oh my god.
Let's go again.
Welcome everyone to Sunset City, a Sonic podcast for a classic and modern age. We have Channel Pup, who apparently constantly fucks up our audio.
I do my best.
And then we have Nick, who's tired.
Yeah.
And then we have Wayne, who... fuck it.
Piss.
And then we have
He's totally
Gilly,
committed.
who's dead.
Oh,
But apparently we don't have a
wow,
tombstone.
we still haven't finished Gilly's audio problems. We'll get that sorted out.
Yeah, he's got a bad case of not alive, so it's really hard to actually get good reception where he is. So we'll figure that out later. But guys, we don't have a whole lot of news right now for Sonic stuff, and that's fine. Like it's doing a show every week. Sometimes we don't, but we do have this lovely little thing that we keep on forgetting about, which is our Patreon. If you guys don't know, we have a Discord you can get access to by becoming a patron of the channel. But also, if you become a patron of the channel, you get access to the ability to ask us special questions, not unlike people do for Super Chats, but basically once a month, you're guaranteed to have a question, even like more elaborate questions, answered by us at the beginning of certain episodes. But since we're really, really notoriously bad at doing our jobs, we're actually going to be dedicating an episode to those questions. Combination of the questions that have been dropped in the Patreon mailbag and also the standard stuff that comes in via Super Chats, all that other fun stuff. So hopefully this will be an enjoyable throwback episode for a lot of you. I know, like, in the early episodes, we did the occasional mailbag where we just grabbed a whole bunch of questions from you guys and just ran with them. This is going to be a little bit of that, except, you know, now that we're all very tired, it's going to be even better or worse.
And
knows?
also, it is worth noting, I think the mailbag questions only applies to the $5 and up tier. So, like, if you do like the $1 one, you won't get that, but you will get Discord access.
It's true. It's true.
Also, a Sonic NFT, I think. I think that's for all.
You think a Sonic NFT?
I think that's for everyone. I can't quite remember now, but I think
it's not for everyone, Pup. It's a very exclusive, one-of-a-kind item that can only be gotten by the one Sunset City patron.
True.
And now, the fact that there's multiple one Sunset City patrons, that's outside of my jurisdiction. I don't know what to do with that.
Ain't that just the way it is?
But
You ain't kidding.
oh no, Wayne, don't encourage it.
You ain't shitting, boy.
No.
When your dog goes out for a piss, you ain't shitting.
Okay. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. I can get through this. But do we want to go ahead and do the usual, like, start from Pup and moving on for the actual Patreon questions? They are more elaborate and in-depth than our usual ones.
Sure.
That's the joy
Alright.
of these mailbag questions, by the way, is that, yeah, there's no character limit, so you can just fucking write an essay in there. Not that I want to encourage that,
We're not saying give us your entire video essay in script form and drop it in there. Please don't do that.
I mean, it
Yeah.
will fill time, you know?
Okay,
Hi.
here's my mailbag question. It's titled Metal Gear Solid 4 was a mistake.
Is it gonna be the whole
What?
actual video?
Yes.
I think we should rename it to
Okay.
the mail sack.
I think my favorite part about Metal Gear Solid 4 now is just hearing Stevie talk about old men beating each other up.
That's
My
all
favorite-
done.
It's the
My
best
favorite part
of the
about
game.
that game is not actually that game anymore. It's just people talking about that game.
I mean, that's a lot of YouTube for you, though.
That's
in
true.
general.
Talking about that game is more fun than playing it, so.
See, I still don't hate playing that game. I've actually been tempted to play my copy again.
I mean, you spend more time watching it than you do actually playing it, to be fair.
It is 10 hours of cutscenes.
Yeah.
It really is.
I like Metal Gear Solid 4. It's more fun to talk
I do
about
too.
it than it is to play.
Wait, Wayne, do you like eggs because of Metal Gear Solid 4? Because that game has a lot of eggs in it.
No, I didn't. I gotta be honest, I didn't give a shit if Sonny figured out how to cook eggs or not. I hate children.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know what to tell you.
but the eggs, they're so important.
Man, fuck them kids.
Oh, Jesus. Charles Camp says there are people whose first Metal Gear Solid game was MGS4. Yeah, me.
Why? What? Why?
So I didn't grow up on PlayStation. So the order I played the games in was 4, 1 original, and then Twin Snakes, and went on from there.
God's sakes, man.
It was a very, very back-asswards way to experience that series.
I love that we started talking and you guys spent a million years explaining fucking priority questions. And we started off with a fake one by Wayne.
Yes.
Pup, read
I'm
the
just
goddamn
that
question.
good.
Welcome to Sunset City, everybody. A Sonic podcast for a derailment.
God's sakes. Pup, you want to kick us off?
Well, that's a testament to you not looking at the back rooms, but yeah, I can now. Okay, so first up, we've got
Oh,
Boaten. I'm not reading that. Asks Metroid Fusion on the Switch. Yes.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
oh boy.
I too am happy for several years old game being available on emulator as opposed to in eShop.
Completely for free.
For all that money I'm paying for Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh.
It's not a lot of money, but still.
I mean, it's not a lot of money annually, but it does add up.
Oh,
I mean, how much are you actually using it?
pour vinegar down your throat.
I'm sure you, Wayne, you'll have every opportunity to do that in like 2 weeks. You'll get that opportunity twice, and you'll fail both times.
Nope, we're not doing that. All right, where are we moving on from there?
I mean, like, hang on. Have you played any of Fusion yet on your Switch?
Yeah,
How you feeling about it?
fucking awesome.
I am genuinely disappointed they didn't unlock the Fusion suit for Metroid Prime.
Me too. I don't.
That
I
felt
don't-
like such the easiest fucking tee up on the planet, and I didn't even think about it until you mentioned it in your video.
Yeah, I'm confused as to why that's not a thing. To be fair, I haven't beaten Fusion, so maybe there's an unlock once you. I doubt it at this
I
point, though.
guarantee you there's not. It's running on emulated. It's not going to.
I am sad that that's not an option because the Fusion suit is a silly inclusion that I've always appreciated. It looks like shit. It always has, like in 3D. The Fusion suit looks bad. But
There's a reason Metroid Dread fixed it.
but I wanted it.
Yeah,
I feel
I didn't have hopes that was gonna be a thing that we would gain access to with that game. I didn't give myself any of those high hopes, and I'm happy I didn't. But I know I feel like for them to actually integrate those two games together, they would Nintendo would need to release not the emulated Nintendo Nintendo console version of the game, but have a standalone download of the game that would interact with your Switch that way. Kind of like how we've got Mario 64 on the 3D All-Stars collection, and then we have Mario 64 in the emulated version. They're both emulated, but you know what I mean. I'm pretty certain that's the only way we would get something like that.
I mean, I don't think it's just that complicated. I really don't. I mean, they have save data on your
On the hardware.
machine. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's the only way Nintendo would be convinced to actually go that extra step.
I mean, all
As
you
if
really
you
had
can
to
pop
do
the
is
game.
just do it the way the trilogy did it.
Which was, it was just there, wasn't it?
When you beat the game,
Yeah.
it was there. You unlock it.
It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. For God's sakes, make it an amiibo unlock if you got to be little nitpicky bitches about it, you know?
Bitch about it.
I would buy a fusion suit, whatever the thing I just said, amiibo. Absolutely. But yeah, whatever. We're fixating on little things, so it's just aesthetic little somethings. But yeah, it's good to have good games back, one way or the other.
Yeah.
All right, I guess it's my turn. This is from Kitanari. Howdy there. I wanted to ask you guys if you guys have any headcanons that you would find to be interesting to yourself, or any headcanons you personally came up with, and any reasons as to why. For example, that sentence could have been third of that length. Thank you for your support.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
For example, I personally headcanon Tails as being a trans girl, which in turn made me realize I was a trans female as well, because of multiple reasons, including one of Tails' original introduction, where it made them look feminine, and I think they were supposed to be female until they changed it. Still looking into that one. Thanks for answering, and have a good day.
I do believe that Tails was actually originally intended to be female, if I'm not mistaken, hence why they had a kind of a Japanese love song for the end credits music, but I might again be mistaken. My source for that is YouTube comment section, basically.
I've not done a lot of research into that myself. My basic assumption is just a bad lack of communication between Sega of Japan and everywhere else, hence why we have a female Knuckles in a French comic, and
No way.
Archie being what it is. So that's my general assumption there, but I mean, like, whatever your headcanon is, go wild and crazy.
Wait, so Knuckles is a girl, Sonic is straight?
Frontiers.
I mean, I usually put most of my silly little headcanons into the videos already, in terms of like the meta narrative that could potentially be there for the likes of Hypersonic, or like how they could redo a lot of stuff like that, or like, again, because a lot of it fixates around Sonic 3 Knuckles, how Mecha Sonic could have been the reason why Knuckles was tricked, because if there's a Sonic-like robot running around the island terrorizing shit, it'd be a little bit more convincing as to why he doesn't trust Sonic. But, or like the Death Egg, like being like potentially like what they said in the original Japanese manual, where it could have been like a literal egg of a legendary dragon, and then that in turn tied together with chaos, shit like that. So like, very basic theory things like that. Those are kind of my headcanons, things that could still potentially work today.
My headcanon is that Sonic is my friend, and it has now been confirmed thanks to a small game called Sonic Forces. So, honest to God, it's not even a headcanon anymore. It's
Nothing to do with bees?
I would like to think that he'd be my buddy if we ever met, I would like to... Huh?
You sure it's nothing to do with bees?
That's not a headcanon, that's just canon.
Oh my god.
Frontiers did bring bees into Sonic the Hedgehog.
It is true.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
Ian
did.
Flynn confirmed it as well. He said it was a fantastic idea.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's not exactly
It
word for word
inspired
what he
him
said.
to put bees in Frontiers. He sat down to his little computer desk, started programming bees in there. He pressed the button that said add bees, and there came the bees, Like,
I like that it's slowly becoming that he just made the entire game by himself.
you mean
Yeah,
to tell me he
they did.
didn't?
Your headcanon is now Ian Flynn
made Sonic
professional
Frontiers.
game developer.
Well, since you're good buddies with Ian Flynn, Nick, I would say, why don't you tell him to add momentum to the next Frontiers game?
He doesn't even follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, but he referred to you as his friend when you were having your dick removed or whatever it was that you were doing back in the day. So, therefore, you are best buddies, ride or die, and you have complete command
Oh my
over the
God.
future of this franchise.
Are we still getting down all these super chats? By the way,
I'm gonna get back to it. Yeah, hang on.
Appreciate
I
you.
just know if we got 3, 4.
So, anyways, Suris, Wayne, like, tell us about those little headcanons of yours. Come on.
I think for me, the headcanon that I hold to the most is that despite every Sonic fan trying to say that the events of 06 didn't happen because of the blowing out of the flame at the end, that no, everything that happened there not only happened, but is largely remembered by the entire cast. It just physically, the events did not take place in that timeline anymore. But all of the people who actually like went through those events still remember it, because Silver still ends up popping in and out of time, recognizing everybody. There's still mentions of events in 06, and a lot of the growth that happened between Omega and Shadow is still there in future bits of lore. So like I understand that everybody hates that game, everybody hates the story, and yay, the game decanonized itself, but I'm fairly certain the events of that game still exist in the characters' memories. That's fine.
I hate stories like that though. Like, that drove me crazy. I remember being a kid seeing the first Pokemon movie. That shit drives me crazy. I hate it.
Do the fucking memory wipe at the end.
It's like, hey, congratulations, nothing mattered.
we all learned our lesson, which would have been really great if we fucking remembered it.
I mean, the one thing I will say you could get out of it is the world would be gone if we didn't go on this adventure.
Yeah, you can make sense of it within its own silly ass narrative, but they still just they make it not matter at the end of it. I hate it when stories do that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that, like, I enjoy the story of 06. I know it's just its first draft can't be bullshit, and it's bad time travel. I get all that. And it might just be my personal enjoyment of the story that makes me kind of headcanon the story to still be events that have happened that everybody remembers despite the blowing out of the flames thing. But I don't... there's that hint at the end of the game where Elise is like, oh my god, that's a familiar feeling in the wind. And that alone is enough for me to just go like, okay, cool. All this happened, and this explains why anybody even knows who the hell Silver is.
I mean,
again,
Sonic
later.
also remembers well enough to be like, ooh, a feather, you know? Like...
Yeah, like the significance of a feather being attached to Elise. Like, that shit actually... Like, these characters have some semblance of those memories.
They need to have, they need to have in the next game a bit where Sonic is carrying, like, a female protagonist in his arms, and he's like, this is just like the time I lifted Princess Elise.
Amazing.
Get Ian Flynn on that. Ian, Nick, get your mate. Come on.
Wayne,
Oh,
Wayne,
for
help.
God's sakes.
Wayne, help save me from this.
Wayne, do you have any headcanons?
I feel like it's cheating to use this one because I didn't come up with it, and I've talked about it so many fucking times on the podcast already, but the fact that the Biolizard is supposed to be replicating Perfect Chaos as the ultimate life form. That's my headcanon.
I don't think you're far off.
I
really don't.
I love that idea, and I think that the core of the Space Colony arc was an attempt at recreating the ancient echidna like shrines or like temples and stuff of centered around the Master Emerald. I also think it's interesting that something so heavily centered around an emerald is also called an arc when we later saw in Frontiers that the ancients also used arcs powered by Chaos Emeralds to travel across the cosmos.
Yeah, there's
I mean,
enough
that all-
connective tissue there to make that work, I think.
Not to mention, the Sonic series keeps on repeatedly going back to the idea that Gerald studied ancient echidna tech, which could easily have been just based off of actual ancients technology, the Coco Ancients now. Because, like, I mean, the fucking Gizoids, that whole thing is just Gerald doing the, hey, let's take echidna technology and make it a thing again.
New headcanon. Black Doom was actually the entire time just trying to become powerful enough to combat the end when it was inevitably going to come.
New headcanon. Zavik is the bastard child of Black Doom. Just abandoning him on a bunch of fucking hexagons.
Wayne.
Headcanon, the lost hex is literally just the fucking remains of the Black Comet.
Wayne, I'm not saying that I'm going to steal that idea because I purposefully did not kill Black Doom. I'm stealing that idea.
Take it. Get free on the house.
I'll run with it. I will 100% run with it.
Beautiful little bitches. All right. Should we move on to the next question?
Yep, Suris, you are up.
All right. This one is from NBTV. Happy Friday, boys. My question is, what kind of Sonic spin-off games starring side characters we haven't seen before would you like to see? Are there any differing game styles you'd like to see tried? Like, for example, I think a strategy tower defense game starring Eggman might be cool, protecting his bases against Gun or something. Thank you for answering, and have a funky monkey Friday. I mean, the side characters that I want to see star in games are honestly just Tangle, Whisper, and Lanolin right now. I want to see that team in a game now that we actually have them as a functional team. So, just give us the Diamond Cutters. I want that. As for tower defense with Gun, I like the idea that Eggman and Gun are constantly in an arms race with one another. So, like, that would actually be kind of cool, seeing just Eggman v Gun. But, what about you guys?
I think, a Silver the Hedgehog game could be pretty boss, you know? Like, using his, like, psychokinetic powers and stuff. Like, I think Silver was one of the better aspects of 06, and I can see potential for a non-speed focused platformer game that makes a lot of use of his crazy psychokinesis powers. So, like, yeah, something up that alley. Or, like, a destruction-focused Eggman game where you can just basically Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts your own little Eggmobile with whatever appendage you want and just go and destroy an ecosystem just for shits and giggles.
Pup, I'm gonna throw something at you.
Ow.
I'm gonna throw like an idea at you.
Oh, okay.
Silver the Hedgehog Rising Revengeance.
Pretend you didn't throw that hacky sack at me.
I'll get one to throw at you in 2 weeks. Don't worry.
Brilliant.
What about you, Nick?
I mean, I've said it 100 times already. I mean, I know it's not too far off from what we're getting with Frontiers, but a Knuckles open world Angel Island experience would be pretty spectacular. When it comes to Sonic spin-offs, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know I want it until I have it kind of a thing. What I think works with Mario is like there's just like a seal of quality with that character. And that's why the spin-offs work as well as they do, because back in the day, you see Mario on something, generally, not every single time, but generally, you're expecting a good time with some obvious Mario elements here and there. But that's why Mario Party's gone as long as it has. That's why Mario Kart usually trumps the core game series in terms of sales a lot of the time. So I guess like I still stay in the mindset of like I'd really like them to focus up on Sonic and figure out what the hell he's supposed to be before I really branch out from there. But that said, every now and then when they have branched out, I've had a pretty good time. I thought Sonic the Fighters was kind of trash in a good way, but then Sonic Battle showed me, yeah, I don't know, I'd kind of like to see more of this kind of a thing. And I'd like to see them further evolve the racing stuff as well, be it Sonic R2 or the racing series. So I really hope the last Sumo game isn't the last time we see of that series, because I know it was a little bit lackluster for a lot of folks, but I mean that's a good team and it's a really damn good kart series, so I like them to continue on from that before they really see too much else. So sorry, that's not a very creative answer, but that's what I got.
I mean, I think the Knuckles Angel Island idea is really cool, and like this, you know, like I'm all about like new levels now and not rehashing levels, but the thing with like Angel Island, especially in a Knuckles game, is it's got total significance to him, you know? Like, Knuckles is not this like-the-wind guy that goes, you know, from place to place, always somewhere new and stuff. This is a place that has a lot of significance to him, and it's like, as well as that, we haven't seen those levels done to death before. You know, in fact, I mean, the only one of them we've really seen is Sky Sanctuary, and even then, I feel like in a Knuckles game, you could justify it a whole lot more than in a Sonic game, you know?
I think you can make Sky Sanctuary an insanely fun time and an open Knuckles experience.
For sure.
So it's really why I'm so keen to see what they do with the playable characters. Outside of that, though, God, we really have a lot of spin-offs even within Sonic games. We got Big Fishing, got the survival horror with Amy Rose. We got a lot of good stuff there already. I guess the only other thing, and they almost tried this, and it was a canceled game somebody found randomly on an Xbox prototype. A Sonic Extreme Sports experience would be kind of cool, I think.
Oh, wasn't there like a Sonic skateboarding game called like Sonic Extreme or something?
Yep, 2 canceled Sonic Extreme games.
I mean, hey, like
Wild.
I'm absolutely game for like genre Sonic games to come about. I mean, like we've already got like the cancelled Storybook series. I'd be game to see the Storybook series come about, but under like the label of like genre games. So it's like we could get a survival horror game, maybe even have Amy front and center. But I'd even dare like go further with like the Sonic Storybook series. Have them take on new designs and shit, you know, like not just like the Sonic designs that we have now. But like I saw this, like I know none of us like AI art and stuff like that. AI art is pretty dookie, but like I did see this like AI art of like Sonic and Shadow in these armored suits for like a night kind of thing. Like, yeah, if you were to resurrect the Storybook series and stick them in these costumes and make them look hard as fuck, I could kind of get behind that as like a spin-off thing, you know, not like a replacement, but like additional media, you know.
Yeah. No, I agree. But and I listened to a lot of your ideas, and I'm down for all of that stuff too. That all sounds like a fun time.
You ain't shit.
Have we all given ideas there? Wayne, have you been quiet this whole time?
Oh, I guess for me, for let's see, for a spin-off game. I want a Metroidvania game starring Amy.
So Sonic
Wow.
Boom, Fire and Ice, but you play as Amy.
Yeah, Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice, but actually good.
It is good.
Damn.
No.
Isn't Fire and Ice? I'll
Fire and
admittedly, I've
Ice
not
is considered
much.
to be the good one.
I'm aware of that in terms of like that particular side series, but like, is it still level by level if I'm remembering correctly?
Yeah, it's level by level, and like it takes away the things like the quotas. It makes things like the worm tunnel and stuff non-mandatory. Like you could call it non-committal, but like you could just play it like a conventional level-to-level Sonic game. You don't have to do things like the boat missions and stuff.
I always
not a Metroidvania.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's always that because I've seen a couple times. I can't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately, but games have tried to do kind of a Metroid style map, but also make it level based, and it's a chore. It's usually a chore. I'm gonna save my opinions until I actually play through the game. As much as I like to tease you, pup, like I do genuinely want to play through it and give an honest to goodness opinion on it.
Yes, tease. Yes.
From my personal experience, that's usually a rough mixture there. I think I would like to see a proper full-on Metroidvania, like just no shame, just full-on clone the map-based system there, the power-ups, and slowly open up more of the map, shit like that.
So wait, is Metroidvania then basically just it's one giant level effectively?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you haven't got that yet, even with the Boom games.
Yeah, it's one giant area that you move around between. You'll explore pockets of it, obtain items that allow you to progress through certain barriers, and then you can use that to either progress into new areas or progress further and deeper down into older ones.
Would this
a
be
lot
a
of times?
strictly 2D thing, or?
Yeah,
They're almost always 2D.
Okay.
Almost always.
Because yeah, I was about to like cite an example of like a big sort of map kind of deal would be like, you know, Spyro or Hero's Tale, but like yeah, no, like if it's 2D then it's a. Could we have momentum gameplay with that? Because I think that would be cool.
I mean,
I
it'd
think-
be very easy to.
I like the idea that it's like Sonic and Tails have been captured by Eggman, and Amy is coming to check up on them for, you know, something else, discovers that they're gone, and an artificial intelligence backup of Tails' mind is helping guide her through, like, picking up a bunch of, like, his equipment in this labyrinth, and upgrading herself and getting further and further until she can rescue them.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. We kind of do already have a Metroidvania style game. We have
Oh, do
Tales
we?
Adventure.
Tails
Is
Adventure.
is that what Tails Adventure is?
I thought it was still
Kind
level
of,
by
sorta.
level.
I mean, it is, but still kind of, sort of like if you gotta point anything towards a Metroidvania, I would probably do Tails Adventure because you do get a lot of goofy little things there. I'd like to see a Tails Adventure 2, but go full on Metroidvania. That'd be fun.
I mean,
You just
after
reminded me when you brought up Tails, and I spoilers. I just recorded my speed reading for Scrapnik last night, and I was just thinking about, oh my god, I'm an idiot. I literally said this during the video while I was recording. I was like, you know what? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'd love a squad-based tactical shooter after reading this.
I mean, all things considered, Tails is probably the best choice for something like that. He's literally like, if you've ever played as him in Sonic Battle, he just like randomly pulls out freaking Mega Man equipment like during his fights. That would work really well.
Like something like that, or how about like an Omega game as well? Like,
Don't tempt me. Don't tease me like that, Pup.
I mean, we haven't heard what your idea is yet, Suris, I don't think.
No,
That'd be a platformer bullet hell genre mix-up. That would be rad.
Why not just make fucking Sonic Team Presents Ikaruga? Play as the Supreme Titan and fight many different moons.
I was thinking more Sonic Team Presents fucking... God, what are those games? Help me out here. They're Platinum games.
Platinum games.
My brain's not working great today.
I don't know, but like, are you
Which
talking
Wayne,
about like a game
come
that's
on.
nothing
Bayonetta?
Not Bayonetta.
but... Are
the
you talking
fucking,
like a game that's nothing but the
blindfolded chick.
Supersonic
I
boss
can't
fights?
even hear myself think. What?
the fucking blindfolded chick?
Oh, Nier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nier
Nier
Automata.
Automata. Yeah, there you go. Fucking do that with Omega.
Yeah, but make the combat fun. Oh shit! With that
Oh
one.
shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I have never heard that critique of that game before.
It's the
I
worst
have
part of the
not
game.
either.
It's
What
the worst
the
part of the game.
fuck, Wayne?
The combat is dull. It's not that interesting. The story is the redeeming factor of Automata.
Here comes Wayne barreling in with his hot take like it's the general consensus.
No.
It's disappointing by Platinum standards.
I wonder if it got a lot of love because it's also like really good by Nier standards, though. Because like the combat was kind of shit in the games that dude directed prior to that point.
Have you ever tried to play Drakengard 3?
No,
I
on my shelf. I hear bad things about the combat of the Drakengard games.
So it's not really even so much the combat. It's like there's this gorgeous CGI cutscene like ushering in the adventure in Drakengard 3, and then the game actually starts and it turns into a fucking PowerPoint presentation.
Jesus Christ!
Oh boy.
Can we get a game that's just like 10 hours of nothing but the supersonic boss fights?
Yeah, that exists already.
Can
My
I get
brain's not working
can
today.
I get
I
that
don't know
but
what
with
it's called.
like Sonic in it?
Fucking play other games, man. Just play other games.
No,
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
no, I don't want to,
Azura's
okay?
Wrath.
I-
Azura's Wrath.
I don't care. I want fun blue hedgehog and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there is.
It is if
No.
you're a game
No,
critic.
there is. No, there is. 100% there is.
It-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're
Fucking-
trying to open the discussion to wider critique of video games as a medium, then yeah, there's a little bit of an issue with that.
100% there is.
The question is, am I doing that?
You're a fucking YouTuber.
You're on this podcast.
Jesus Christ. God damn it.
It's impossible to properly critique the Sonic franchise without also comparing it to its contemporaries.
I don't know. I feel like you could just rate a product based on how good it is. Anyways, not
As
having this conversation. Let's move forward.
Then why open it up?
Because I don't think there's any shame in people that aren't necessarily gamers, but just have an interest in the character of Sonic and want to play Sonic games.
There is not.
Right,
but that-
we're not just talking about the players there though.
Anyways, I would like to move on.
Let
please.
me well, before we do, let me reel it back to Azura's Wrath specifically, Pup. I think you might have a pretty good time seeing the action on display by anything by CyberConnect 24.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying the whole Sonic thing jokingly anyway. Even though I don't believe there's
I'm
any shame
aware,
in
I'm
anyone
aware.
that does hold that opinion. Like, yeah, like I will probably check it out. It does look kind of cool.
It's a wild and crazy kids. it's a little shallow on that side, and I'm that's why I'm kind of glad. I think Frontiers learned from that game, but they learned a right lesson there in terms of like this is a lovely little treat you unlock at the end of the islands, as opposed to it being the entire game. Because I mean, if you just fill up on nothing but dessert, you get a tummy.
No, I get it. Yeah, it would probably lose its magic. You'd have to have it constantly reinvent itself. Can you fly in Azura's Wrath?
I'm pretty sure it's been a long time since I've played it, but
I'm seeing a picture of the dude punching the shit out of a nut. That could be pretty cool. Okay. Wait, is it 2D?
But, like, no, dude.
Okay.
But like when I saw the glowing multi-fist shit, I was like, oh, this is Azura's Wrath.
Yeah, I like the glowing multi-fists. I want to see that in more things.
All right. Let's keep going. Where are we at?
We're at Wayne.
Let's
SP.
see. Yeah, Mr. SP, Mr. Dr. SP, Dr. Pending. Not much has really changed since last week when it comes to Sonic. The first DLC is rumored to be coming soon, but there really isn't anything to talk about that we don't already know. The next wave of Jack-specific Sonic toys have been announced, but they won't see shelves for a while. There are those Happy Meal toys in Brazil and those other Sonic toys with the plastic thing on the back. That's about all we have from what I can tell. It's a slow news week. It happens. You should make up for that in the after show hangout tomorrow. I'm stuck at home, so I can actually hang out and talk about stuff. I'm excited for that.
So we're due for an after show.
I don't think we're doing the after show this week, though, are we? I think that's probably going to be more
we didn't do that last week.
It's true, we didn't, but like
we might be able to.
Haven't we got a time limit on like you two, and then
on a couple of people? I technically don't have as strict of a time limit as Suris and Gilly did, so I could do depending on how long we go, I could do a little show.
Gilly has a time.
I mean, I don't know.
At this point, I'm worried he might actually be dead.
All right, so back to Mr. Dr. SP's question.
I don't think he really gave us a question. He just kind of laid out our show for today.
I mean, okay, the first DLC rumored to be coming soon. I'm looking forward to that. I think the rumored date is March 20th, if I'm not mistaken.
Pup, remind me, is there anything like playable in there, or is it just like photo mode and shit like that?
There's challenge mode.
Okay.
We don't know what that necessarily means, but in the image, let me get this up. Sonic 2023 roadmap. Let's just go. So, new challenge modes, and yeah, other than that, you're getting like jukebox and photo mode. So like, they're not necessarily playable things. But on challenge modes, you've got pictures of cyberspace stages, and then you've got pictures of boss fights, including the Titans. So I'm guessing we're going to get like a Titan boss menu for definite. I'm wondering what impact that's going to have on cyberspace.
I really hope we get a boss rush. I would love a boss rush, and like I said, make it actually hard. Just give us the rings at the start, and just try and get through all of them while you have those rings.
Do like an extreme difficulty thing.
Yeah, I think that'd be sick. Oh my god!
What the
oh my
hell?
god! Jump scare! Jump scare.
Hi, Gilly.
Hello, Gilly the jump scare.
Holy shit!
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Tired.
You
Yeah.
ain't kidding.
Oh, join the club, bud. Join the club.
Nick, you want
I've,
to join me dead?
Yeah, I kind of do. I just want to go back to bed.
This is a great show. None of us want to be here.
Yeah, Nick,
I
go back to bed.
clicked my back.
2023. Let's go,
I cricked my back really badly picking up my
Dude.
tortoise today.
dude. I've been. Today is the first. I'm still a little fucked up, but today's the first day I've been able to walk right in like 3 days because I woke up 3 days ago at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Went to go take a piss, and I went, oh, I still have an hour before I got to get up. So I went back to sleep. Woke up. And I threw my lower back out while I was asleep for an hour.
Gotta love aging. It's
So-
super fun.
That's fun.
I've had a productive day. I had my welfare meeting and I've been approved for welfare, so there you go.
Hey, buddy, at least you're gonna have
Gotta
some
get
kind
that
of protection.
money. Yeah.
Well, Well, that's pretty fair.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
Oh my god.
Joe
Yes,
Biden,
thank you,
noted,
Joe Biden,
noted
for my
monarch
English.
of the United Kingdom. When his stint as presidency is over, he gets to go to the long sleep with the royal family.
I'm gonna join him. I'm so tired.
Let's kill Mitch McConnell.
It's
Jeez.
okay. He's
Let's
gonna
pull the
do it
plug.
himself.
Let's pull
He's
the
just
plug on him.
one more tumble.
What was
Oopsie
that fucking
poopsie.
tweet?
Nick,
If
just
we weren't
feed him.
demonetized before.
Nick,
What?
what are some things that
we
we
weren't
can't
demonetized
feed?
before.
What are things we can't feed to turtles?
Most things you eat.
All right, yeah,
Oh.
let's give him a fucking cheeseburger then. In that case,
Yeah, there you go.
No, it's the fucking
No.
tweet you made where it's like, why are the people in charge?
Oh.
Why are all the people in charge like one banana peel away from keeling over?
but yeah, no kidding. There's one.
Oh my!
There.
Can we just have congressional Mario Kart, please?
Yeah, that right there is a Koopa. I wouldn't mind stomping.
I just want him to go so he stops giving a bad name to turtles. That's all I really
I
want.
spent hours stomping.
You know what's
Mitch
funny
McConnell.
about him? My favorite thing about Mitch McConnell is that if you look at him and have no context, and then you hear him talk, he sounds exactly like you would think he sounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think he's not turtley enough to be in the turtle club?
Dude, that you know what's funny?
It's a
I've been
go-go,
saying that. I've been
go-go.
saying that for years, right? So last night I was like, is this really? Let me see if I'm really remembering it right. So I Googled it, right? Dana Carvey in Master of Disguise actually looks better than Mitch McConnell.
Bro, look at his lower eyelids in this picture. I'm gonna put it in the background. Look at his lower eyelids. Those things are not keeping themselves up. You know, if he closes his eyes while standing up, he needs to have like two
Well, that's like,
or something.
dude. I mean, you want to go there? Look at Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi's eyes are sunken so far into her head that she looks like she has two sets of eyebrows.
You know why that is, right?
God's sakes.
Gilly?
So politicians do not
All
look
of-
good, is what we've learned.
All of Congress is on meth. All of Congress is on meth.
Look,
That's
after
why-
last week, we showed we're a political podcast too,
It's
so
it's
it's fine.
what happens when you don't take that same adrenochrome, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you
secret
think you
sound,
know
like-
what's funny? You think Nancy Pelosi looks bad, but she's actually 208.
This isn't even political. We're just talking shit about people.
It's weird. Like the most alive we've been today is when Gilly showed up and started talking politics.
We need people to dislike, you know, like
I love
Gilly
how
came
this
in
is-
with the
you know
most
what?
energy.
We are never more alive
Politics.
than when we were talking about dying old men.
Is
hopefully.
Wait, are you talking about the politicians or you and Gilly?
is Mitch
Yeah.
McConnell's turtle beak or Nancy Pelosi's double eyebrow sunken into eyes a bipartisan issue?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I just want to feed that sweet boy an apple. That's all. Stretch his neck out. Ow.
He is not a sweet boy.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Holy shit.
So that's
It's
why
good
the
to,
tortoise
it's
is
good to
called
see you
Washington.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why like I was almost gonna be like I'm too tired and shitty to go on the podcast this week. No, I miss you boys. I need to get on here and talk about old men falling on their turtle shells.
You're
No,
saying-
but seriously, like at some point, it's like, dude, I fall all the time, and I go, fuck. If it gets to the point where it's like, did you hear what happened? Did you hear what happened to Frank? No, what happened? He fell. When that's like comparable
news.
to getting in a car accident,
It's time to go.
You know what he
time to
looks
go.
like? You know what he looks like? You guys remember the first X-Men movie?
Mhm.
Are you talking? Wait.
Yeah. And the politician who was like turning into goop. Like, that's the midway
The
point.
water.
He's melting.
Yeah.
Shit. What was his name? Robert Kelly. Robert Kelly. Yeah.
That's what he looks like to me. He doesn't look like he has a skeleton. He
looks like
someone
moist
left him in
Robert
the sun too
Kelly.
He
long.
looks like fucking Dr. Zoidberg when he doesn't have his shell suit on, you know?
Why don't you let me take care of politics?
That's like kind of how he sounds too. No, it's not even that
It's
far
not
off.
far off.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
He sounds like
he sounds like this.
he sounds like a man who actually has a freaking turkey gobbler under his chin.
He sounds like this. You know what's funny is that to do that voice, I have to like put on a frown like a blobfish. And
That's another thing that though you
And
could
that
compare
tracks.
his head to is like a blobfish
Well,
standing.
that's the problem, isn't
in
it?
like
They
a
only look
suit.
like that because they're above.
oh,
You
he's
need to throw
supposed
him
to
back
be
in the
he's supposed
ocean.
to be miles under the ocean.
Exactly.
That's his
the
problem.
There it is.
Well, then Gilly, you know what that means, right?
we
Side
need
quest:
we need a-
return Mitch
we need a-
McConnell home.
we need a cinder block.
Oh god.
So we've established though that okay, it's not very cool to say things about the appearance of the Sonic team developer, Takeshi Iizuka, but it is always okay to make fun of a politician, and you know what?
Yes.
That's completely
Yes.
fair. I feel like
I'll-
that's a lesson learned.
All bets are off on politicians.
Hell, you ain't fucking kidding.
Oh god. Should
So
we?
about AOC's horse teeth, let's.
Oh no!
Nope.
Nope.
We got it, Gilly. Not yet.
Yeah,
We can take care of that when we're done taking care of Space Laser Lady.
Oh my god.
See, I won't make fun of Bernie because he's cute.
Is this? Do
You see those
do you want his mittens?
Let's just turn into third
He's,
podcast.
he's the littlest politician.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Suris Discussion YouTube channel.
To be
Oh my
honest, I
God.
couldn't make fun of Bernie Sanders. I'm a huge fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm, so why would I?
Oh man. I mean, I've not watched much of that show at all, but thank that show for making the perfect reaction music ever.
Oh, dude, that show is one of my favorite shows, and you need to watch it properly.
No, 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 no. It's so good.
The music doesn't come from the show though. It wasn't made for the show. They reused. It's an existing track.
Well, they made a good fucking choice. Is what
They made
did
They
there.
made good choices, and good choices lead to good gains. I don't know.
Well, should we get back to serious business and talk about?
Oh god, yeah,
Sonic
our
the Hedgehog.
patrons. Ugh, yawn. All
I
right.
guess we should give Gilly the next one then, huh?
Anyway, Digimon.
No, fuck off with your stupid geek shit.
I mean, I think Digimon's in one of the questions. So
Then I'm properly equipped.
Well, Gil,
Can we?
How
We should
about-
just start another. We should just start a political podcast so we can be fun. We
mean-
can call it Democratic Sunset City.
No, so I get to do my main channel twice now. That's what
Democratic
happens.
Sunset City. There's fucking human feces on the floor everywhere.
Gilly, just get on a Suris stream and argue. I would pay good money for that.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come on, Gil. Come on, burger.
I don't even know where we are.
I
We're-
got a
we're-
burger there.
it's
There's a
Patreon. It's
burger.
patrons
Patron
mailbag
mailbag
questions.
questions.
It turns out we had quite a few, so we're trying to get
Okay.
them all caught up today.
Yeah, come on.
Okay,
bitch.
so wait, is this the
It's the last.
where the
burger.
fuck?
It's the. I'll put
So
a
the
wait,
Patron
no, it's not
mailbag
the last
HD.
burger. There's one.
burger HD.
That's
I put.
yeah. So it's the second
There's
to last
two
burger.
burgers. No, it's not the second to last. There's two burgers next to it.
Above it or below it?
Below it.
Below it.
So it's the second to last burger.
No, it's
Or
not.
the
The
second to
how
last
is it the
thing.
second to last burger when there's no fucking burger?
3 roll
Finish-
4.
He's got the right one.
There you go.
I was curious how you would all feel about a Sonic cartoon with the same style of animation and energy as Rise of the TMNT cartoon. I personally feel that the funny blue rat's higher energy would be better suited for the more kinetic, fast-paced action of action of a style I can't talk. Action of a stylized 2D animated series like Rise rather than the stiff, somewhat cheapy feeling of the more recent 3D animated outings. But I'm really curious about all your thoughts on it. I have none.
I think
Hashtag please watch Rot TMNT.
It is the
It's- It's really good. I promise. You're not doing it any favors.
Also, it says plie watch. So
Now it
I
does say plie. Like, are we doing ballet?
we are.
I personally think Sonic looks better in 2D animation than 3D, so I'm for it.
I
Yeah.
actually kind of agree, believe it or not. Although I wouldn't call like Prime stiff unless they're talking about Boom. I'm not entirely unless they're talking about just the The game's animations, maybe.
Prime
I'm gonna be-
isn't stiff, but it's not quite where I would prefer it to be. I'll put it that way.
I'll be
Polished
honest.
is-
If no studio ever made another 3D animated thing ever again, I'd be cool.
Spider-Verse.
That's different.
No, it's not.
God damn it.
All right,
No.
but, okay.
That's
fucking-
like, dude, saying that movie is 3D is like saying fucking
But it is-
Dragon Ball Fighters is
But it
3D.
is 3D though.
Speaking as an animator, it would not be possible to do that in 2D
Also,
the same
the
way.
pussy in the boots. The pussy in the
Wait,
boots.
what do you
Come on,
mean?
that looks good.
No, I know that, but I'm saying Dragon Ball Fighters is a 3D game.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Well, then,
look like it.
Is it not 3D then still?
My
It's
point is,
still
I
accomplishing-
am fucking tired of everything being
The Pixar look.
a DreamWorks. No, not Pixar.
Well,
DreamWorks.
what about the pussy in the boots? That doesn't have the DreamWorks look.
Pussy in the boot.
And that's Pussy in the Boots is a DreamWorks movie, and it got away from
that movie
the
looks good as fuck.
standard. Dude,
I think
that movie's fucking gorgeous.
That movie
Well,
is
okay.
so good.
Here's,
I like
here's
the
the thing.
shit.
If it's here's my caveats. If it is a Toy Story film, if it is Shrek adjacent, that would make sense. I don't want to see
Yeah,
a
but the
2D
pussy
Shrek
in the
movie.
What
boots
about-
is
what about the
fucking
bad
Shrek
guys?
adjacent, but it's still.
I'm
fucking-
saying. Wait, what?
The
What
pussy
about
in-
the Bad Guys? The Bad Guys was another DreamWorks like really well stylized movie that kind of helped break out of the.
I'm just tired of it.
The
Like
thing
I
I'll
would.
kind of, say-
The only reason they do it is because it's cheaper.
I think the fucking the original, not the original, just the more commonplace 3D style of animation that you see in Pixar and Disney and stuff. It still has its place, and I think if everything goes the Spider-Verse route, it will cease to be special. But if we have a nice little variety bag that I can dip my little hands into. I'm not a furry. I can dip my little hands into and pick out a Spider-Verse among the muck. I'll be a happy chappy.
Did that one reply to you on Twitter stick out, sir?
It got to me.
It got you.
It's one of those things where it's like the fucking I saw the Wonder Stands accusing me of being a furry. Not that that's even. I would rather be a furry than a Wonder Stand. I just want to add that. And I just felt the fur growing all over me. I just felt the crinkled diaper rubbing up against my ass cheeks while I was at
What's
fucking
that, Nick?
rainforest.
For God's sakes.
Rain
All right, so
first.
the thing about animation, what Gilly is talking about, I think is pretty clear. Like we all know what he means when
No,
he says
we
the
don't.
3D.
No, we fucking. I have no idea what the fuck. What are these words, Gilly? Explain to me.
Well,
What does animation
I
even mean?
am going to drown you.
Do it.
I swear to
fucking
God.
do it, you coward! Already.
I will
If
help
the
him.
movie, if the franchise is rooted in 3D animation, which Shrek is not a new movie, that's a franchise that's been. They would have to change
Yeah,
everything
but the
to make it
pussy in the
2D.
boots did change everything.
My point is that
Why does that sound like a Tom Waits song to me?
The Pussy in the Boots.
it doesn't count.
How easy it is.
When I say 3D animation, I'm not saying things like Shovel Knight is a 3D game.
When you're saying
it is,
3D,
yes.
you're talking about like the early DreamWorks circa 2006 style fucking
Conventional 3D animation.
which is clearly on a budget, and they're clearly doing it because it's cheaper to do.
Well,
and that's
Everything
so
just looks
different.
like everything just looks like
No.
Sing now.
No, because here's the thing. Like the Spider-Verse movie came out in the style it did as a cost-cutting measure. If you look at a lot of these,
Okay,
movies that
there
are
are-
Holy
stylized-
there-
shit!
Pop-
Fuck off with your
Pop-
semantics.
No, I'm
Pop is
explaining to
right.
you that this whole fucking 12 FPS thing was established as a cost-cutting method, but it turns out that it
Okay.
fucking rocks. It turns
Jesus
out
Okay, and a
Right.
lot
that
of
the lower
NES
budget
games are
is
great
good.
because they
It
had
turns
to
out
work under the
that
confines of the
sometimes
NES.
having
Yes.
some limitations in there is good.
Wait,
You
wait,
know,
hold
as
on.
an
There is a
animator,
difference between.
as an
These are-
animator listening to you people, I feel like I'm losing brain cells every 3 seconds.
Also, Pup, I have a question. I know you said the 12 FPS thing is a cost because no, it's not. Not with a 3D. Not with
No,
not with
that's
something's
not what I'm
3D.
fucking saying. I'm saying that it.
That's
will have
exactly
been...
what you
No.
said. Those were the words that came out of your mouth.
Okay,
Like,
shut
our
the fuck
GPU
up
wasn't
and
strong
hear the
enough to
words that
render
are
it.
going to come out of my mouth next. Is what I'm saying is that it
You're
is
gonna come?
often cheaper to produce a movie like, say, Into the Spider-Verse than it is one of those full high-fidelity sort of Pixar-style things. But it's one of those things where it's a means of...
No,
taking-
the fuck
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
No, the fuck it isn't. Do you have any fucking idea what went into creating that goddamn movie?
Wayne's gonna
Holy fucking shit, you have no goddamn idea what you're talking about.
So I know a lot of work went into it. What I mean is that...
It is not cheaper
And
or
guess
easier
what?
on any possible level just because
Wayne.
it's not as photorealistic.
Wayne, what was cheaper to make? Into the Spider-Verse or Sing?
I wasn't even
And
talking about fucking CG movies.
Well,
you unbelievable
Illumination is
children.
also a studio that prides itself on doing things the cheapest, fastest way. For
Yeah, but I
the
mean,
largest audience.
and look at the Mario movie, and then look at Sing.
Yeah. No. Wait, I'm not sure what point that's supposed to be making, though.
Oh, any point any of you are
clearly
making.
capable. They're capable, but
Yeah.
they shit this shit out, and it's garbage.
Yeah.
I know, I'm
and
tired
that's why
of the-
I don't,
I'm tired
That's why
of
I don't
cheap-
like Illumination.
I'm tired of cheap CGI movies. I don't even like shit I'm tired of like, oh, a new Disney movie comes. It's a new Disney movie, like the big Disney release, and it's fucking Moana or one of these fucking movies where it's always the same fucking 3D animation that I'm so goddamn tired of.
Yeah. No,
And-
that's why I think like recent 3D animation has been a bit of a breath of fresh air because it's just been I've been seeing a lot of stuff recently using 3D not so much as the style but as a tool to accentuate style. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's good. But I also see what you're saying is like the more generic like
I didn't try 3D
yeah.
movies.
Even the stuff that looks visually impressive, it's just like it. Man, I don't give a shit about the way like Frozen 2 looks.
That's what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
just,
it's visually impressive, but it's fucking
you know
boring.
what I can you know what I can compare it to, dude, and you'll probably understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How Mario's been for with the exception of like Odyssey, how Mario's been over the last like decade and a half. Ever since like New Super Mario Brothers, all the like character designs and everything like on model, that's all been like homogenized. Like it's all very like Mario started looking like DreamWorks Mario, and he's looked exactly the same for the last like over a decade.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm tired of. You look at like the NES or the Super NES or fucking N64, his like art style and like overall design went through like phases or evolutions. And then he hit this like Mickey Mouse wall where he's looked exactly the same. Like the on model, like how they've been, that's what they look like. Like we I guess like the epitome of it would be like what they all looked like during the Wii U. And that's what they look like now.
Yeah, I will say that it's like I'm actually kind of glad that Breath of the Wild decided to switch things up a little bit with like it's weird remembering sometimes that game is cel shaded.
Mhm.
But I think that they use it subtly and they use it in a way that actually does help give it a unique look versus say if the next Zelda game had just looked like that Wii U tech demo for Zelda.
Yeah.
Which
The
looked
one that just looked like upscale
But like
Twilight
there's an
Princess.
example like
yeah.
Zelda, Metroid, like they never hit that same like homogenized wall that Mario has.
Mario and Sonic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario's worse though, I think, than Sonic. Sonic still they changed some things about how he looks.
I would agree with you. It's been one of the more fun things about seeing like trailers and stuff come out for the Mario movie where it looks like Mario, but we're seeing some stylistic changes taken here and there. Like Donkey Kong in the movie looks more like a buddy of mine was pointing this out yesterday. It actually looks a lot more like classic Donkey Kong than say DKC Donkey Kong, and they're taking a lot of elements from that, kind of going back to its roots.
Here, you know what? And this is why I liked Odyssey, because Odyssey they still put like Odyssey has its own style to how Mario looks. It's not as big of a difference, but like here, I'm gonna put this in the back rooms because this is exactly what I'm talking about. So, and this goes for every single character in the Mario franchise. That
I feel like we've all lost the whole the entire
that's
original
been
point.
Mario for like a no, but I'm saying that my point is that that's what movies are doing, and that's the exact thing that bothers me.
Yeah, I think because we were talking about like Rise of the TMNT style for a Sonic cartoon. And
I think most of us are just like, that would be fun.
Yeah, because that was Pup and I were just like, yeah, I think he looks better in 2D than in 3D. If he can do like the 2D 3D mold like some projects I've been doing lately, then cool. But I would prefer not to have gotten Prime as the way it looks now. It's better than a lot of other CGI series that I've seen, but it's still not my preferred.
Oh look, it's a Luigi. it's the boy again.
So getting back to the whole core of this before it turned into a cesspool of needless arguments. I would.
This is why people watch, Nick.
Yeah.
They watch so that
Nobody
we can all
said-
have our
yeah.
abusive relationships with one another.
They don't send in questions so we can go, yes, I would like that. No, I would not like that. Next question. They want
All right.
bullshit.
So this conflict, this is all your fault, Gilly.
Give the people what they want.
Damn it!
All right, I'm gonna keep going with ga 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 ga.
Great song.
Gar ga 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 ga
Ga ga ga ga ga ga ga.
I read that for the
That's a
first
Yu-Gi-Oh
time
card.
I read that for the first time reading off my Patreon list, so that's a patron of mine. Thank you. But also that's got to be some Super Sentai shit, right? Like that's I don't know what the hell that is. All right. Anyway, is there an underrated Sonic song that you guys love to death that most people don't think about? Mine would be Mount Red, a symbol of thrill from Red Mountain, and Crank the Heat Up for Final Egg from both Sonic Adventure. I mean, in the Sonic fan base, when we're as in, you know, I'm doing like things with my hand because I don't have words. I don't know if there's any songs in circulation within the Sonic fan base that's technically underrated. What do you guys think?
I'm just worried because I know that there's going to be a conversation about Faded Hills because of this.
I think I like Fist Bump more than most people.
I love Fist Bump.
Ooh.
I actually really like Fist Bump a lot.
I really like Hoobastank, so
Yeah.
There you go. Courageous answers. I thought Sonic R was a lot of the fan base was just kind of ironically liking it, and then I actually played through it for a little event last month, and I have to admit, yeah, it's actually pretty damn good. I hated it as a kid, but I have to admit now it is like, no, this is solid shit. This is pretty good. If I had to say if there's anything
as
underrated,
opposed to loose shit.
yeah,
Yeah, diarrhea is a
man.
thing.
That's usually how it goes for me now, Skilly.
I'm
If I have to go underrated in my own mind, I would say the American soundtrack for Sonic CD and the Saturn
brother.
soundtrack for 3D Blast. I feel like both of those are very severely underrated
I think
just because they're not from Japan.
I think you're the one that actually turned me on to the Saturn soundtrack for 3D Blast, Nick, like maybe like 3 years ago or so.
Suris, I keep telling you, I'm tired of turning you on, man.
Say the hate
Sorry.
for US CD soundtrack
Is
like
weird.
it's no, dude, it has the exact same energy as the you can't watch dubs, you have to watch subs.
I mean, there is an elitism to that.
Of course it is. It's so stupid. Like, well, I first played it the mobile game back in 2011, and clearly it's the superior one. Shut up. Whatever. Oh my god, that Robotnik music, sorry, Eggman music is so good. It's a fucking mess. It's a mess of noise.
I love the American version of the Eggman theme for that game way more than the Japanese one.
Sorry. It's so good.
It sounds so menacing. It feels like you're walking into the bad future with a final boss. Like that's what it feels like, and that's what it should feel like. But
Bad Future Stardust Speedway is fucking delicious. I still think
Stardust Speedway Bad Future is better in Japanese though.
The Japanese Eggman theme sounds like him from Powerpuff Girls.
I mean, yeah. I can see that.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, there we go. That's my answer for that. And I also liked one of the tracks from Sonic 4 Episode 1. That's one of the casino levels. I don't remember which one it was though. It's very chill though. I think it was like the third act.
You're not supposed to like anything from that game.
Now I know. Cybershell told me I'm not supposed to. I know. All right. Gilly, Gilly, you just did the most recent one. Suris, did you want to take the next one?
I was gonna say Pup hasn't actually given us any. Like Pup and Wayne both haven't given us any of their tracks.
Yeah, read the fucking back rooms, man. Like Pup's taking a chill pill.
I am reading the back rooms, not seeing anything in. Oh, I see.
Yeah, so
I see.
he's
I
gonna take
was
a
at the
breather.
Mario.
He's gonna take a breather. We're gonna, give the boy his space. He's got some stuff he's gotta do. But yeah, Wayne, have you given your answer yet?
I don't believe so. For underrated like Sonic tracks, I've got to be honest. Like Red Mountain probably would have been my answer if it hadn't already been taken.
Is that underrated just because we haven't heard it in a while?
No, it's just because I never really hear anybody else bring it up.
I think it's a really good track. I really like Red Mountain.
Yeah, good
You're
track.
talking. I mean, I don't know specifically which one they're mentioning here. Are they talking about above ground or through the volcano area?
I prefer the above ground. The through the volcano area is a little silly.
I like the volcano area.
It's fine. I just don't like it as much. I'm a very jazzy kind of guy, so
I get that.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Fuck.
All right.
Yeah.
Suris, you want to go with the next question? I think it's
Sure.
Andy.
Let me go ahead and get that one here. Super Andy ACS says, as you guys are well aware, the Sonic fan game community is a large part of the Sonic fan base. My question is, how much have you all played Sonic fan games in past? If not a lot for some of you, would it be worth diving into some of the good ones for an episode when you have a dry Sonic news week? Some I can recommend personally are Sonic Time Twisted, Sonic and the Fallen Star, Sonic before the sequel, and Sonic after the sequel. The episode on Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit was great and would be interesting to have more like it. Keep up with the good work, guys, from Super Andy ACS. So I can list the Sonic fan games I've played on one hand. I've played the 3D redo of Sonic Rush. I've played Sonic Omens. I've played the Sonic Triple Trouble. I don't tend to play, at least me personally, I'm not speaking for everybody in Sunset City. I don't tend to play a lot of fan games for the franchises I enjoy because that's not really the fan media that I like. Like with Sonic, I like stories. I like Sonic stories a lot. So like diving into what ifs and stuff like that, that's more my thing. And then when I'm sitting down playing a fan game, most of the time the thought in my head is, what's a game on my list of things that I've been wanting to play that I'm just putting off playing right now? That's not to say that like any games in any fan games are bad. I fucking loved playing through Triple Trouble's redo, but just half the time I'm like, oh god, my Steam library has all these things that I've been wanting to sit down and touch, and I'm not touching.
Yeah, I get that. I got really into the what are they called? Just the ROM hacks when I first discovered them a long time ago. I thought they were the coolest thing on the planet. But that quickly passed, and I didn't really pay too much attention to the growing community from there up until like I actually got more involved with the Sonic community. So I've really only played a couple things here or there on stream or on Pup's recommendation, things of that nature. So about the same stuff you've actually mentioned. I think it's things we've actually talked about on this show. So like you said, 3D version of Rush or Omens, things of that nature. I do think this is a good idea though, in terms of, maybe bringing a creator on and talking a little bit more about, how they went about making what they made and things of that nature, because I've found myself dumbfounded by some of them. Sonic Freedom by Triple Jazz, for instance, is insane. And I hope he's doing more professional work these days because his artwork is insane. And I had no idea it went and branched out to just animation and game design in general. Those are all different kinds of skill sets, and it's insane to me that there are people out there that do all this mostly by themselves. I mean, I think that's something I often overlook, and that's something I keep thinking to myself I would like to stop overlooking, because I definitely want to do more appreciation for the incredible talent in the community, because I don't know, like most of the time the official stuff just doesn't cut it, and the fans know
not the
exactly what
greatest.
they want, and they make something fucking wonderful. I mean, just talking about just before we had that disastrous, and needless fucking animation argument. Like, yeah, like think about a stylized Sonic show, sure, but what about a more stylized Sonic game? That's why I wanted Pup to play God, what the fuck is it called? Azuma's Wrath, whatever it's called. Because
Azura's
like
Wrath.
Azura's Wrath, thank you. Like I'd like to see not just Sonic Team taking inspiration from other people. I'd like to see somebody just take the brand and hand it off to people that already know what they're doing, instead of Sonic Team just trying to take the bones of somebody else. Because I've said 1,000 times on this channel, I don't like the lack of a vision from those guys. I don't like that I can see the inspiration down to the most blatant inspirations, to the point where I still don't feel like they brought enough Sonic to the table, Because Sonic himself is a stylized, wonderful thing, and I always feel he should be leading that particular charge. And when I look at these fan games, I see that. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on it. I agree. We should do more shows on fan games.
It would force me to actually play more of them.
Yeah,
Like
there we
my
go.
my brain would go, oh, I'm doing this for work, I have to do this now, and then suddenly I'm playing a fan game and enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. Wayne, you've been pretty quiet. Do you have any thoughts on fan games?
I haven't played a lot of them. We did try the Triple Trouble remake, or the 16-bit version, I guess is probably the better way to put it.
Mhm.
That one was fun. Outside of that, haven't really gotten a chance to mess around with a whole lot of other fan games. It's something I've been meaning to do. I just haven't really gotten on that yet.
Yeah, I think that's all of us here. So
Yeah, obviously
We can
it got a lot of respect for the craft. But it's just I haven't really dedicated the time.
I got it. Ironically enough, I kind of wish. I know. Pup's gotta
I'm just
take his
gonna
breather.
jump in real quick.
Hey, there he is.
So, yeah, I guess I wanted to kind of list off a few fan games I absolutely recommend. Like, I think one of those things where it's like, there has been talk of like a Sonic drought and stuff, but I will say this, I feel like in a lot of ways us modern Sonic fans are reading a bit better than the classic fans. Like, especially if you look at like, Sonic Frontiers versus Sonic Origins, it's like, you're getting another collection, it's games you've already played and stuff, and even then it's not that up to snuff, but for as disappointed as I was by Sonic Origins, I feel like the fans really picked up the slack, with Sonic and the Fallen Star, for one example, being a fantastic game. And I like that it really embraces a new visual style as well for the character that I think fits him like a glove. It's kind of more what I've been wanting to see from Sonic in general, to be honest, is, trying out different art styles and, moving in a different sort of direction. But also, like, Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit, obviously I missed the episode where we talked to Noah Copeland, and I would love to actually chat with him myself, because I thought he did a fantastic job on that game. It felt, like a very satisfactory follow-up to Sonic 3 and Knuckles even, probably more so than Mania in my opinion. I mean, that's partly because, it is... to that gameplay style anyway, to that 16-bit Sonic, it is a new adventure, effectively, rather than, callbacks like Mania is mostly. I think the main thing I want to see for classic Sonic is new stuff, and I think the fans have really picked up the slack on that. But as well as that, there's also a lot of really cool 3D ones as well, like the obvious being Sonic GT, which kind of demonstrates, like, momentum in a 3D modern Sonic game, but also kind of pairs it up with bigger, more open level designs. To its detriment in a few places, I do find myself getting lost in that game, but at the same time, everything feels really good, and it has got kind of a story going on, which I appreciate. Heck, in the Dreams video game that you can get on the PlayStation, there's a really good one, I think it's called, like, Sonic Venture Plus, or something like that, and it is like a revisitation of the Sonic Adventure gameplay style with multiple playable characters, and it feels really good. It feels the most polished it's ever been. And it's like, yeah, I think, like, from games like that to games like Sonic Utopia and stuff, fans are really demonstrating that things like a momentum-based 3D Sonic game are possible. Like, even down to mods, which I've been going absolutely ham with Sonic Frontiers. There's different momentum mods. There's that new enhanced movement mod by, I think the name is Proto Arts or something. But, like, they're doing really interesting things with how these games play. They're doing really interesting things to kind of show what can be done with a 3D Sonic that Sega aren't really doing. I think that's a really good way of kind of putting the message out there to Sega to say, this works, dare say even better in some cases, you know? But, yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on fangamey stuff, you know? Like, yeah.
I'd like us at some point to like co-stream something along those lines. I think you and I did that a long time ago, and I had a really good time, and I just have never gotten back around to it. But I'm really curious to see all the mods you put on when you get back over here, because I want to kind of compare it like side by side with the vanilla version. I think that'd be a really interesting.
Dude, yeah, let's do that, because like I've got what I consider to be my ultimate Frontiers setup. Like the way like I would rather play it this way than play it the vanilla way. Like, a way that I think you don't have to go chop and change and stuff. You can play the entire game with those mods on, and it's perfectly playable and stuff. You know, because the thing with a lot of mods is sometimes you have to chop and change a little bit. You know, what works for one level doesn't work for another. I've got what I consider to be the ultimate version of Sonic Frontiers, but then there's other stupid mods. Like, there's one that I found, I think, yesterday, which adds cartoon sound effects to the game, so that when Sonic runs, like, pew, and it's really funny. Like, it shouldn't be as funny as it is, but that shit's hilarious. Yeah, no, I'd love to, you know, sort of compare notes and show you some of the mods that I've got installed. We'll do that next time I'm out there. We'll definitely do that. Also, just to quickly touch on some of the previous ones. In terms of underrated songs, I would say anything from Sonic Rush Adventure or anything from Sonic and the Secret Rings. Let the Speed Mend It is pretty fucking good. Worth a Chance is a really good slow Sonic song. Even though it doesn't sound like a Sonic song, it's really good. And I will check out Rise of the TMNT. I've been looking for a good jumping on point. Would you say Rise of the TMNT is a good jumping on point, Nick?
Oh boy. I kind of told you yesterday, all of them are so radically different. I don't think any of them are really, I mean, 2012 is probably going to be the best idea of what the Ninja Turtles are in a wider idea. Rise is really its own thing. It really and truly is. So if you jump onto it, I saw M. Banny in the chat, and I do agree with what he said. Like, it tries a little too hard, but at the same time, like, you give it a little time, and you kind of go at its more frantic pace. Like, you see a lot of clever jokes that they're, you know, rolling into it. I think it's a great time. So if you jump in and you like it, I think you're gonna like it for its own merits. I don't really think you're gonna like it because it's the Ninja Turtles, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right, I guess 2012.
I do recommend it. I do recommend it, though. I love that show.
2012 and Rise will be ones to work with, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, if you like any more from there, then yeah, then I'll, you know, say, you know, move backward from there. The 2003 show is a huge favorite for a lot of the. I'm noticing the SA2 generation, as well. I'm going to call them.
Nick, don't. I was gonna say 2003 was my favorite one, but then you had to call me out like that, and I feel bad.
I think
because you all like the same shit. That's why.
I think I did watch a few episodes of the 2003 version, and I remember liking it. But it was
it's
the kind
a
of thing,
good time.
You'd watch it at, like, the babysitters, but then you'd never watch it outside of that.
No, I get that. At that point, when I think I got kind of tired of it, because at that point I was just sick and tired of seeing like the Bruce Timm-esque kind of animation style. Like every cartoon at that era kind of looked like they were trying to do Justice League, but like a cheaper version of Justice League. And like they have very bold colors, very thin lines, and not a lot of detail in any of the designs. And I was just like, that and the Fox Kids ass, the Sonic X soundtrack, basically. That's what they did with all of their shows. And 2003 is no exception. It is just blaring at all fucking times. It is obnoxious.
I hate that shit. When I did my rewatch of Sonic X, I was like, oh, this background music is obnoxious.
Yeah, and Black Yakuzu, what's my favorite Turtles? I grew up with the 87 show, but I don't really think they're my favorite. Like, gun to my head, 2012 is probably still my favorite version of them cartoon-wise. I really fucking love Rise for what they did. They did a lot of different things. 2003 has just never been my top favorite one, just because like it's just the Mirage book. And I like the Mirage book as it is. I like that style a little bit more than the 2003 show, but I still respect that it brought the origins of the Ninja Turtles on full display, which was fucking rad.
That is the smell of Gilly.
That was the smell of Gilly.
Oh, okay.
The fragrance
All
by
right.
Gilly the Kid.
Pups here.
Pups here.
Damn it.
Gilly, before we move on to super chats, did you have any thoughts on Sonic fan games? I noticed you said when Suris was posting it, Fallen Star is a good game.
It's a good game.
I've not played it.
You should play it, Nick. Like, I feel like it would be right up your street.
Everything I've seen shows me that's something I would love.
It just feels like a
You should-
new classic Sonic game with an interesting new art style, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it still has a little that like fan game jank, a little bit.
There was one
'Cause-
thing that I know that in my review of the game I said was a little annoying. There was a platforming moment that was like, that's a little unfair, but it turns out they actually patched it out. So it's like, there is a lot more
There-
work still going into it.
There's just something about Sonic fan games that almost 100% of the time there's just something off about like the level design or like the physics, but it's like almost there. It's like very close. It wouldn't. It's not something that I would say. You know, I wouldn't say it. Okay, AM2R for example passes as like if somebody told you that was a first party Nintendo game, you would probably believe them.
Yeah.
Whereas
yeah.
this is a really good fan game, but it doesn't have like, you know, an official release polish kind of thing to it.
I know what you mean.
I'm trying to pinpoint what you mean. There's just a few.
Like for example, what's it called? What's the other one that came out around the same time?
Was it Triple Trouble-
Noah's game.
Triple Trouble 16.
Yeah,
Triple
Triple
Trouble.
So that feels closer
Yeah.
to an official release game.
Well, something I really love about Fallen Star, and I don't know if this is maybe along the lines of what you're talking about because you mentioned physics, but something I love about that game is how fucking huge the loop-de-loops are, to the point where I really wonder, even when I'm going top speed, am I gonna make it, you know?
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's just one of those things where it's like, there are very, very few times where, and I've done a video or two on this, but like, there's very few times where you get so wrapped up in playing a fan game that you kind of like forget it's a fan game.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
think it's one of those games.
I don't know. I could definitely do it for Fallen Star, but I guess I have to play it with you or something to see what you mean on that, because it's probably something that's a bit more difficult to quantify than I'm probably giving
It just
credit
doesn't
for.
have. It's just not going to have the same polish as something like Mania. It's
I'd put it above Mania. I'm just fucking saying, if it were an official release, I would put fucking Fallen Star head and shoulders above Mania.
Is that because Fallen Star is using mostly original level concepts, or is it because of like something else?
Well, for starters, the fucking art style, and I realize that this is something that is impossible to objectively quantify, but the art style is such a breath of fresh air. The ideas are so fresh. The level themes, as you say, yeah, it is partly because it's got all original level themes, but it's just all so fresh, while at the same time having everything that I love about the classic Sonic, you know? Everything that I like about Mania is present, but it's doing it all with a completely new feel to it, which I really appreciate. That's something I think classic Sonic games should be going forward, rather than compilation after compilation after compilation.
I can see that. I'm actually playing a little bit of it right now, like during the show, just to give it a try to see how I feel about it. I love the way this Sonic is animated. I'm not
Oh, yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to like.
Joy.
I'm not trying to take anything away from it. Like it's very good. It's just one of those things where, and it happens with almost every fan game, where even when it's really, really, really good, it's like not quite there.
I mean, also,
To
I
being-
want to say the music. The music, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the music is in such a different style to the usual Sonic fare, yet it completely works.
It feels very so I'm just gonna say, if Sonic Rush's soundtrack took a couple of downer pills, is what this sounds like. It's the Rush soundtrack with a little less
Without
of
a
the
rush.
with a little less of the like Jet Set Radio hype that's in it, but it works because of that.
It's like Rush
from
if
what
it
I'm
didn't
hearing.
inject speed into itself.
Kind of, I guess, yeah, because it's good. It makes me feel like Rush is what this soundtrack.
I mean, it's got that very
makes me think.
urban sort of sound to it, and I like that this game has an urban feel to it. Like, there's a level in there called, I think, like, something District Zone, or, like, Discount District, I think it's called. It's a fucking shopping center in the Sonic universe.
Well, like even the like the Green Hill-esque beginning level, you can actually see like power poles and stuff in the
Yeah, and
background.
there's like road patterns and stuff. It's like, what I like is that the level themes are not just one theme. It's not like, here's your hill, here's your casino, here's this and that. There's a sense of world building to these levels that feels a little more akin to Klonoa in some ways. Now, it doesn't feel like a Klonoa. What I mean is like
Here we go again.
the continuity between levels.
I mean, Metroid was already brought up, so Klonoa was going to happen soon.
Yeah, baby.
Klonoa, it's been a while since anyone's mentioned Klonoa, okay? I love Klonoa.
Yeah, but Metroid's
Yeah,
not dead.
Yeah,
fuck you.
well, Klonoa shouldn't be
Fuck you,
dead.
Gilly.
I'd fucking kill Metroid if it would bring back Klonoa.
Hey,
Wayne,
Oh.
I would kill you if it would bring back Klonoa.
I'm sorry. It is Metroid is an objectively better franchise.
No,
It has
shut
more
the
chances
fuck
to
up.
be a better franchise. What are you talking about?
Klonoa
And
is
my
perfect
point still
boy.
stands.
Listen,
You're a piece of
listen.
Listen. You have to hurt me like this.
Metroid, you got these fucking robo people in robo suits. Klonoa's a fucking scrimblow, and the scrunkliest scrimblow that I have ever met. All right, so fuck up.
I need
He's
to.
special.
I need to
Is there a
introduce
reason
you.
we're doing this needless fight between franchises?
Because it's part of the entertainment.
No,
Because
fuck your
Gilly just
robo
like he
suits.
just
I
throws
will
some things
take
out there. He's like, "Dance, clowns, dance."
Yes.
the scrunkliest scrimblow of all, wearing his little fucking snapback that thinks he's so fucking cool over any of your fucking robo people. All right, Klonoa is my son. You leave him alone.
You would
Would
let
you kill
let
Sonic with
Samus
Klonoa?
step
this
on
isn't a
you.
robot.
I know she's I mean, robo suits, robo suit, mech suits. Fucking. You know.
To be fair, Wayne. Do you wonder what the hell is under that suit after Dread? Because I certainly do.
Yeah, God, I have wondered.
Sweating
Uh,
here.
You know what?
There was some horny in that.
no,
You
no,
want-
no, wait, that was exasperation.
No.
You want Metroid with its Scrimblow, whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
Just play Gato Roboto.
Gato Robot.
Cute,
Let's have a look.
cute kitty,
What?
I
Are you
bet-
kitty in a mech.
He's not as cute as Klonoa.
Yo,
He is adorable.
He's not. As
If I
cute as
may,
Klonoa.
if I may, just because like Pup has given the same courtesy to people before, I did want to go ahead and apologize just in front of everybody. If I'm also going to be like, like kind of putting him on the spot in front of everybody too. Me yelling at him about animation earlier was supposed to be a joke that got a little out of hand. I didn't mean to.
How we do that?
That's
We
all right.
love
No,
each other.
wait,
Yeah.
wait. We understand. It's okay. Pup can dish it out. Can't take it. But it's okay.
Oh my god.
Well,
You
Pup,
really
you
are
Pup.
the arbiter of chaos.
in front of God and everyone else, Pup. I respect the fuck out of you, and I don't want you to ever think any differently.
Right in
You
front
know
of my
what,
salad.
baby boy. At the end of the day, like, I was only going based on fucking movie budget, so like I was fully aware that I might be wrong. Apologies for getting a little overwhelmed in that moment. Anyway, I've got like all kinds of shit, and all the CBD in the world ain't helping me until weed becomes finally legal in the UK. So. This isn't your fault at all. It's the UK government's fault. All right.
I've got
Don't you
some
forget.
weeds on our garden
So
out
blame
back.
the
if you want.
crown.
Listen, when I get out to the fucking Boston, I'm gonna be blazed. As
The
fuck.
Boston.
I wish to be blazed out of my
Boston.
mind. Gilly, will you partake? I know these guys.
No, I don't
What
do
the
weed.
What do you mean you don't smoke? Like, how you drink alcohol but you don't smoke
Yes.
weed? What is your problem?
Heavily.
What is your fucking problem?
Some people
I don't like
just
weed either. I
don't
do not
like weed.
I've never. I've not.
Also,
tried.
I don't like the idea of smoking in general.
I mean, no. Listen. I don't want to smoke it either. Like, I don't like smoking. It's those fucking delicious little apple sours gummies. You know, like they're readily available in the States, whereas in the UK, I have to go behind some fucking garage and get it infused with sawdust and fucking. Anyways,
You have to
I
hurt your
don't.
knees a little bit to get them.
As it is, I don't really I don't do it while I'm in the UK. Is what I'm saying. Anyways,
I just saw the
I
drop.
wish I
I
could.
finally did the drop dash animation for this game.
it's nice, isn't it?
That is such a fucking cute way to make Sonic do the drop dash.
You know what's also sick is that the elemental shields are in all different shapes.
Yes, I did notice that, and they've also got. I don't like that the electric one was changed to a downward thrust, but
Nope, shut up. No, the game's perfect.
Okay, fine.
Wayne, did you play Gato Roboto?
No, I have not.
Not
Dude,
as cute as
what are you doing?
What is Gato?
You love
Roboto?
Metroid. So
You
wait, I know what
told
this
me.
is. I know
You
what
have
this
told
is.
me about this.
Yeah.
I do need to try this.
it's
What's
literally
it on?
it's on everything. It's
My
literally
God.
just like a very, very short, like it's only like 3 hours long or something, 4 hours long at most.
Wait a minute,
it's
we
just like-
shit on Sonic Forces for being short. You got over
Oh, you let me you let me play this at Magfest.
Yeah,
on your
it's
Switch.
literally the perfect.
It's
like-
I'll tell you what. When I'm done with my Breath of the
you
Wild
what?
streams, which thanks for popping in for the first of those, by the way, Gilly. I don't know if any of the rest of you guys were there for that, but I started playing Breath of the Wild, and there's that opening sweeping shot over Hyrule, and Gilly just pops in and says, "Oh wow, grass."
You know, that's exactly what Pup's gonna say when he gets over to the States.
I
So
mean,
listen, so
I just-
Gato Roboto is like literally it's just a straight up a Metroid game where it's like a one color Metroid game where you're a cat in a mech instead of a lady in a mech, and you
Please.
can leave the mech, and it's like literally it's probably like my favorite indie game
Please-
because
please do
there's
weed
no
with
fat
me.
on it.
Please
No.
do. Please.
No.
Inject weed with me. Snort
I-
weed
I-
with me.
Man, I've cleaned out so many goddamn consoles that have been traded into my store, and they're just reeking with like cheap weed, and I think it's put me off from ever smoking the stuff.
Well, I'm not saying smoke it. I'm saying eat it.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that either.
You
I'm
literally
sorry,
will have a worse. You will have a worse reaction with.
No.
Pup is the only person I've ever seen that legitimately does the type of peer pressure they told us only happened in the Dare
I
campaigns.
don't fucking do peer pressure. I'm just telling you to stop
Just-
being a fucking pussy.
You. You mean? Wow,
Don't
it's
say
almost
it, don't
like
say it. The joke made itself. Don't say it.
I.
Don't say it.
I.
Don't
I.
say it.
You did
Don't
not
say
make
it.
yourself. Your
Don't-
parents did.
Don't say it.
Oh my god. I want to die.
I can convince Nick. Anyways,
Oh,
No,
by the
you
way, what
can't.
are we on? What are we
John's
doing?
weed.
Weed.
Okay,
Weed.
okay, no.
CBT
We're
gummy
on
bears.
We're at the weed.
Gang weed.
It is terrifying that none of us are stoned right now.
Yeah, I've just got the best thing I can get, which is like these fucking CBD gummy bears, and they're supposed to mellow you the fuck out. But,
Yo,
like,
did you see they?
I've never smoked a weed.
Well, fucking, there's a first time for everything, Gilly. Come on.
No.
man.
No.
Oh, pussy.
Did you see they updated the eShop with a bunch of Mario stuff because it's Mario Day?
Mario Weed Day.
I
Mario
only know
Day-
this because I'm currently downloading Gato Roboto.
Of all the
Mar-
fucking franchises to associate with, it's fucking mushroom.
Mario
God damn
Day
it.
is such a stretch.
I mean, it's no more of a stretch than like fucking Star Wars, right?
Or like talk like a pirate day.
Oh no.
No, but I mean,
fucking-
like they really had to. It's not Mario's birthday. It's not.
yeah, it's March,
Has nothing to do with
makes
anything. It's
sense.
just like,
it
hey,
makes sense.
the
March
date. The
10th.
date kind of looks like it says Mario.
Yeah, it's March 10th.
Yesterday
Unless
was
you're in the UK, then it's like 10 Mar.
No,
What's
no,
the
no,
big deal?
no. That's not how it works.
yesterday was more important anyway because we were celebrating the creator of Minecraft, Hatsune Miku.
What?
Yesterday was Miku Day.
So
Yeah, it was.
no, that International
Yesterday
Women's
was
Day was
Fire
before
Donkey
that.
Kong Day. Yesterday was.
Did you see the post I put up on the Sunset City Twitter about
Can you-
National Women's Day?
I sure did. Man, we're gonna get canceled so fast.
Oh, I didn't say anything fucking weird.
Can you believe that CPAC was at the Gaylord?
What?
Have you ever heard the song "Sea Bat" by what's it called? It's a sex song. Well, it's not a sex song. It's the opposite of a sex. It's something that someone tried to have sex to, but it didn't work out.
What?
Speaking of Mario Day,
It's the one
our
that
first-
I put in the fucking chat saying that one of you sexually active people should try fucking to this song. Sea Bat.
Pup is so bitter.
It sounds to me like two fucking beluga whales just hitting the mic up at fucking karaoke. One's
No,
bigger
Pup.
than the
You know
other.
what you got to do? You put your money where your mouth is.
No, because
Yeah.
I mean,
Money in a
maybe,
G-string.
maybe. Okay, first chance I get, I will do the Sea Bat to the Sea Bat song. But like, No, seriously, everybody, check out Hudson Mohawk Seabat.
Hudson
Dare
Mohawk.
you to fuck
Is
to
the
it.
sound of a Hudson Mohawk.
Oh my god.
I ain't going to
All
lie.
right.
This is a cricket.
Oh. Nope. Nope.
Did we do the super chats
Get
now?
your bitch ass to work.
Let's
And
just get
Pooper.
super chats going.
Super chats.
Pooper chats.
You're up with Xavier Fortin.
Xavier Farton
Yeah.
says, sends, sorry, 279 Canadian says, Happy Mario. No! This is a Sonic podcast.
No, it's not. Sometimes it is.
It's a weed podcast for the weed and weed age.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna have a couple. I think we have a few more super chats about Mario Day, so we'll get back around to it when we get back around to it.
We'll circle back.
I like Mario.
Fallen Redditor with a very familiar form of currency I've seen from a anti-apologist. Two of those things, lads. I'm innocent. I wasn't even awake last time.
Yeah, that is
Context.
what the fucking
Dick.
anti-apologist
Dick.
would say.
Dick.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
She got
Yep.
pop off a
I
piece
just
of my-
blacked out.
Top
I
10,
just
top
kept
10
losing.
dicks in gaming.
pop off a piece of my dick.
Goodbye
dick-
there.
my
I'm
dick.
With my dick.
My
Are you,
dick.
are you saying you need some mountain?
Dick.
Why don't you get
I'm,
me
I'm on fuck you. With my dick.
My exquisite erection. With my dick. She gonna take that dick.
What?
Gonna pop off a piece of my
Piece of that. Pop off a
put it
piece
in
of
that,
my
that
dick.
vag. You know what's funny is that
If
scene
no
out of
one-
context is 10 times funnier than it is in the movie. The movie,
Listen.
no, the movie Wanderlust is dog shit, and the context makes that scene less funny. But if you've seen the "she gon' take that dick" scene out of
That whole-
context, it's the funniest shit.
That whole movie is worth it just because that scene
No,
exists.
it's not. No, the movie ruins it. The movie.
No, I don't mean watching the movie. I
No,
mean the
the-
fact that they made the movie.
No, but they should have just made the scene. They should. You know, I just want to see Paul Rudd before he gets laid, be like, "She gonna take that dick." Gonna
Listen,
pop off a piece of my
don't do that.
My dick.
Don't do that to me while we're in line for the voting booth. You'll give me an election.
My exquisite election erection.
Oh my god.
Have you guys ever seen Xavier Renegade Angel?
I
Long time ago.
that's
Is
the
that
show
the
I used to
sequel
change the
to-
channel every time it came on.
Is
It
that the
creeped me out.
sequel to Alita Battle Angel?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. All right. Dude, Pup, I have got to show you Xavier Renegade Angel.
Do it. Fucking
It's a
It's gonna
fever
blow
dream.
your fucking mind.
do it when we
like-
come visit you, and you're at work.
Somebody sent me something with that the other day, and it's like I wasn't ready for it to have audio from that show, and it always just catches me off guard.
Okay. Well, send me
Yeah.
some clips or some shit, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
You ain't.
I
shit.
got you.
You ain't shitting.
Anyway, who's next on the super chats?
Gil. Do you need to be burgered, Gil?
Yeah, burger me.
Burger.
Not here, sir, with $1.99. Wallace, what is your favorite Digivolution line? Oh, God, this bullshit.
Wallace!
Oh God. All right. I'm gonna be a basic ass bitch.
Angemon.
You know, I actually wasn't going to say Angemon, but now you're putting ideas in my head. No, I was thinking Bodemon line, or I guess more specifically like Agumon. Especially because I love so many of the Champion and Ultimate level Digimon in that line. I fucking love Tyrannomon, I love Greymon, I love every version of Greymon, and I love like Machine Dramon and War Greymon are two of my fucking favorite Digimon
Fucking
ever, so-
hate that they all end in Mon. It drives me crazy.
It's because it's a Jamaican franchise, Mom.
It just makes me crazy. Except Wizard Maz, he's cute.
Wizardmon! I fucking love Wizardmon!
Gilly sees the word Mon at the end of something. He's just like,
Dude, Gilly, I have a little Wizardmon figure, like, on my computer desk. It's great. I love Wizardmon. Yeah, thank you for the question. I like talking about Digimon.
There you go.
I'm getting hashtag gangweed in the chat. It's the newest form of peer pressure.
Oh my god.
So
Next.
Suris, your turn.
Yep. Next one is from Not Here, Sir.
No, it's not.
Thank-
Yes, it is. Never mind.
Yes, it is.
Burger.
Thank you for the $1.99. Nick, thoughts on TMNT Mutant Mayhem?
I thought that was a very nothing trailer. I think it looks gorgeous. It looks like I mean, obviously you got the Spider-Verse
Sheep
kind of
animation,
inspiration there.
mate. Sheep.
Oh shit! Hold on, guys, 1 second. I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back.
All right.
Right, bye, Gil.
But I mean, I like the designs. They're a little weird. It feels like the more stylized versions of Rise, but also mixing in that grungy kind of look of Kevin Eastman, which is the original comics.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's showing a lot of stuff at once. I'm a little worried with that cast list. I'm worried it's going to be a little bit too crammed. So hopefully they make all of that work. But as far as what I'm seeing, it looks just fine.
You know, this is
I'm
gonna
excited
sound
for the toys.
the dude. Okay, so I like talking about Ninja Turtles with you, Nick. I'm not that big a fan of that series, and weirdly enough, I feel like I get more excited when I hear about Ninja Turtles in regards to like a video game than I do pretty much anything else.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But I had fun watching the trailer. And the toys all look great. You know, it's gonna sound weird. The best looking shot to me, or like the part that stood out to me the most, was that fucking manhole cover.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Dude, it just looked like a comic book in motion. It was awesome.
I thought it was a little weird. I don't know. I didn't think they showed a great deal of like fluid action. Just a lot of little chitter chatter, which was cute. It was fine. Just like when you go that hard with the animation style, I would expect you go a little bit crazier with action scenes.
I reckon
and maybe
they're
we'll see
holding
it
out.
with the trailers. And I hope they are. I really do hope they're doing that.
I don't know much about the characters, but I think they should cast Dan Castellaneta as one of the Ninja Turtles so he could be like Merge.
Jackie Chan is Splinter.
No,
Just
cast
interesting.
Homer.
Did they actually cast Jackie Chan as Splinter?
Yeah, and John Cena is Bebop. No.
No.
He's Rocksteady.
John Cena?
John Cena is in Rise of the TMNT. He's the main bad guy for the first season.
Is he really?
Yeah, and he's great.
I guess I should clarify. My only context for Rise of the TMNT was when the show was getting canceled and everybody was sharing that final fight with the Shredder at the end. I should not have seen the finale of that before going in to watch the show, but it was hype as shit.
Yeah, I mean, nothing goes quite as hard as that, but they do still have some insane fights there, and they get really creative with some of those. I think it's funny as hell. I think that show's funny as hell. It's great.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this. I love seeing different stylized versions of it. There's a lot of love for the franchise, even if they're doing wild and crazy things.
Like Call of
And
Duty.
I'm here for it. That's weird. I forgot about that. That is very weird.
I saw that on Twitter. I was like, I have to share this with Nick. I don't know why this is happening, but I gotta share it with Nick.
That's been a Nickelodeon property since the early 2010s. What the fuck is going on? That's so weird. Anyway.
People recognize Shredder.
I mean, I guess. I would assume they would have recognized the Turtles if they had like little ooze blasters in Fortnite or some shit.
Yeah, I don't. Dude, the turtle should be in Fortnite.
Add Ninja
They were
Turtles to
rumored.
Fortnite.
They were rumored a long time ago. I wonder if that's still on the table for closer to the movie release. It's not like they're above cross, promotions and shit like that. And clearly they don't have any new video games to put out right now. I mean, they did the Cowabunga collection recently, and
How was that platinum one? The Mutants in Manhattan.
not good.
Was it not?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Because we have a copy at my store, and I was wondering if I should borrow it for the Xbox. But if it's not that good, that's disappointing.
You should borrow it because one of my patrons, Tiny, he actually has a copy of that, and I think another one, somebody else in our server has it, and he found out that the servers are still live.
Oh dang! All right.
So I do need to review that game one way or the other, and I would really love some help looking at the multiplayer on that. So yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I'll need some people to help me out with some multiplayer stuff at some point too. So
And that works out. All right. I don't know. Any other thoughts or opinions on on Mutant Mayhem from you guys?
I wish they didn't
Not
have
a one.
little baby voices.
They're being actual teenagers. I was like surprised because like I saw their names when they announced the names, like so and so is Leonardo. I was like, I don't know who these guys are, so I looked them up on Twitter, and they're like showing off like their marching band in high school or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to shit on like kid actors or anything, but I was like, oh boy, that like I know how the Ninja Turtles kind of sound. I know they're like, whoa, bro, I'm like a Ninja Turtle, but like yeah, I was like, oh god, oh man, fuck, this is actual kids. Huh.
I was thinking about it, and I was like, this is gonna be like the first time I feel like I've actually heard the Ninja Turtles sound like teenagers and not like 30-year-old men.
And it's like actual teenagers too, right? Like it's not the media version of a teenager. Because I'm just like, oh, this is an actual child. I'm like, oh wait, oh god, no, teenagers are children. Oh god, they aren't.
Now
Aren't
that's
pretty.
something for the
late
out of
20s.
context accounts to clip.
Oh, everybody knows what I'm talking about with media teenagers. That's like a well-established.
No,
trope.
just the line. Oh no, these are actual children.
Things Anakin Skywalker may or may not have said once.
Oh my god.
Things Jeffrey
All right.
Epstein definitely said a few times.
Oh, for God's sakes! All right.
Okay.
Went in
Jeez,
a different direction there.
Who's
Not where I was-
next?
Where the fuck are we?
Pup is next.
Is it? Is it me?
No, it's
no,
Wayne.
no. I think
Wayne's
it's my
next.
turn.
It's Wallace.
Yeah, yeah,
Wayne
yeah.
is next.
With Sonic Fan 1661, $2. Time for more chaos. Well, we've definitely had that today.
Oh my God, have we ever?
Yeah,
All right,
and
Pup.
what they actually said was time for more chow.
Chows.
Chows.
I don't know what noise the chows make, but anyways,
Time for more chaos.
time for more H2Oing.
Chaos.
Sonic Fan 1661 sends $2 again. We're at the beginning of this one-way audio. This is a reference to the fact that fucking my shit was just fuck. Oh no,
Well done.
now I get it because I had to fucking reinstall my audio drivers, didn't I? Yeah, makes sense. Thanks, Windows Update. You fucking dickhead.
Oh yeah, that was really early on. Forgot about that. Jamal Simmons, R. Paul Jamal,
Yes.
with $5. Good to see you again, bud. Happy B Theory Friday. Milk Bro forever, Wallace. Congratulations on 142,000, Nick. Thank you. 87K Pup and Suris 50.8K Turtle Power. And you know what? While we're at it, congratulations for our boy Wayne here, just hitting 12K.
Yeah.
Game mark.
That's fucking incredible.
Cool.
You are
I'm so happy
nothing.
to watch
You're
you grow,
nothing.
man. Like,
You're lucky
We're almost
you're on
at-
this show with us.
We're almost at 12.1.
You're not in
like
this
what were you
league.
at when you started the show? Like, weren't you in the 4,000 range still?
It was
When-
something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
it was,
and when you
it was
started
a
this
low
show, you
5K.
didn't fucking tag your videos as well. See,
I know. No,
see the difference it
listen.
makes when you actually try?
Listen, they don't give you a fucking handbook when you try to do this.
No, but they do have a thing that says tag, so I figured that it wasn't just there for no reason.
I didn't know how to use
You're
it.
so silly, Wayne. You're so silly.
Oh my God.
You big silly. Little Suris is up next.
Am I?
Yeah.
Am I really?
Why does your voice keep breaking? Are you hitting puberty or are you crying or what? Like, what's going on here?
I'm hitting third puberty, motherfucker. Kidding. Anyway.
You're like that guy from The Simpsons that works at Krusty Burger. Like, would you like some extra fries with that?
Do you want more grease in the bag, sir?
You want yourself a burger.
Welcome to Bloaty's Pizza Hog.
Welcome to Chokey's Chicken.
Yesterday's loss is today's sauce. Evan Deathan, thank you for the $5.
I'm
Can we
nauseous.
Can we talk about how Prime Remastered has a better price than Skyward Sword HD? Yes, we can talk.
Yeah,
about
we
that.
sure can. We sure
Yeah.
fucking can.
And for a better game, too.
Yep.
Yup.
No, Skyward Sword HD has the
Not-
perfect price. Actually, Skyward Sword was not the first game to have a big price.
But
It costs more than the original game, and it's just
actually,
the original game.
No, like the original game wasn't the first game to have a Skyward Sword.
yeah, I'm like, it's so bizarre to me because I think it says something about Nintendo and how they perceive their franchises. Because they can get away with anything on Zelda.
Cash
Like, say, that's their guinea pig for pushing things towards $70 instead of $60. Or, $60 for a remaster, which, let's be real, is mostly upscaling some textures. I don't know how much of those were redrawn or anything, but it looks like the same game at a higher resolution.
I have an idea.
And yeah,
Can you say Skyward Sword as fast as you can?
I don't trust you.
Can you please, please? What's the worst that could happen? Come on, it's Skyward Sword. Come on.
Sus.
I hope you die. Like, I genuinely hope that it happens really soon. No, I wanted to see if you'd say Squid Sword, because I thought that would be quite quaint. But I guess you don't want to take part in my experiments. Fair enough. No squids for you.
He's a kid now, not a squid now.
Shut
I can't believe I bought that entire game to play with Gilly, and then the game told me, no, you can't play with Gilly.
Yeah.
I don't see the appeal. I don't see the appeal. I'm gonna play more with Gilly to see if I find it, but I just don't get it, man. I really don't.
Are we talking about
Platoon.
Splantation?
Yeah, Nick.
Yep. I was really into Splatoon 1 when it came out, and then I played Splatoon 2, and I've that's been the reason I haven't played Splatoon 3. I got my fill of that franchise.
I just don't think Splatoon's all that fun.
It's okay. I've played enough of it to just be like, okay, I'm good. I'm done. I don't hate the series. Rise of the TMNT.
Someone please just read the next super chat.
Yeah, well, who's up next?
It's Wayne.
Wayne.
Little Wallace.
Okay. With TJ Nightwolf with $50.
The end.
Thank you. Very much appreciated. That is a lot of emojis, pup.
Yeah, but shut up. But
Oh, hey, is that a single little emote of Bob from Bob's Burgers?
Yeah.
Can we take this single frame of him and then market his appearance as a full-on crossover and just milk the one joke for
You just stole my tweet.
No, it was bugging me, man. It's been bugging me all fucking week.
Yeah,
because I saw the clip.
Like, I don't get anything out of these cameo things. Like, give me a full-on crossover, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, who is going ham? Who's doing this? Suris.
Hi, pup. How you doing?
Hey, dude.
All right, pup, you're up.
Yeah. Okay, so Excel Hedge said, thank you, pup. Sends $2. Says Pokemon Retro Collections on Switch when? You'll have
Feels
to
like
ask
such an
Mr.
easy.
Never.
My
It feels like such an easy dunk for Nintendo to do that, and they're just not doing it.
No. Quite annoying. All right.
Use the fucking time machine that exists in canon in Pokemon Gold and Silver in a retro version of those games to give us access to Pokemon Home.
I think that'd be really cute. I think that'd be really nice of them to do that.
Hi, Growlithe. Did you need to say that? Hi, baby.
The franchise is too big. It's just going to keep making money. Be nice to your fucking customer base.
Yep.
All right. Black Hat 0061. Oh my god. Happy Mario Day to my favorite Sonic podcast.
So you admit that it does look like Mario because you kind of instinctually said Mario.
I never disagreed with that.
No.
Oh my god.
Beautiful argument, Bob.
Hot
I
dog.
gotta tell you, I've been severely frustrated. I've been trying every day. It's been a little bit. I haven't done it as much this week, but I've been trying to track down the latest run of Sonic toys because Super Silver and Jet are out there in the world now, and I really want to grab them. And my Target still has the same two fucking Sonics, but They have been getting the Mario movie toys, and I've slowly been caving every single time I've come across them, and I couldn't help it. I got that Koopa, and I got
Koopas.
Bowser, and I got Luigi.
My dick.
Oh.
Or pop off a
I
piece
got-
of my
and I
dick
did-
and stick it in that Koopa.
And yesterday I just went, or was it 2 days ago? 3 days ago? I don't remember when it was, but last time I was there, I said, fuck it. I just got all the other things I really like there. So I got Mario, and I got the 2 play sets. I got the Van play set and the Peach's Castle play set.
Nick,
because
can I
it's
give,
really cool to own a Peach's Castle.
can I please give you money in advance to pick up a fucking Chaos and Infinite for me?
If I find them, yeah, but
If you don't find them, you have to give it back with interest, yeah?
I've already promised Chaos to a couple of folks already.
No, fuck them.
Like me.
No, fuck.
We'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out while you're here. Later, Walmart gets that shit a little bit later than Target, so I'm sure they're gonna show up there. They're
Yeah.
never actually rare.
If
It
I
just takes a
don't
while.
get
for them.
one, then my entire collection is fucking nullified, and I have to put it all in the microwave and bin it.
Nick, are you still gonna give me Mecha?
Yeah, I got Mecha. I gotta just pick them out of my box, but I will be sure to. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta write that down.
Oh,
Make sure
actually,
I bring
I
that to Boston with me.
I think there's something I still got to bug you to ship me too.
Yeah, sorry.
Nick, you are
I'll-
now a
not-
literal
not to get
post
too-
office.
No,
I gotta
know, not
remember.
get
I gotta. We'll
not
have to
get
remember
too
to
personal. It's been
exchange.
a rough week, so I didn't do much
Yeah,
this week.
no, I got you, buddy.
But yeah, I'm gonna get on that.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure I
let's,
get you in a decent box. I don't want to put it in just like a little fucking bag, so it gets all busted.
Gil, it's a
Do we
good
just
thing
all
you
have
showed
presents?
up because it is your
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, I gotta remember to give Pup his audio stuff.
I'm genuinely very excited about that.
It should
I
be. It's
give-
not than what I have.
I ran out at fucking 3 in the morning and drove to Queen.
That is so fucking Kino of you. Thank you, man.
That is, yeah, that's very sweet.
All because he disagreed with democracy.
Yes. This was my January 6th.
Oh my god.
You know what? Though? I mean, to be fair, like now I think about January 6th, I just think of Buca de Beppo.
What even is that?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
What?
Oh my god.
Burger the King?
Yeah, no, I was talking to Anthony about this recently, and he said I forget how it came up, but it was like the joke. I think it might have been in reference to CPAC being at the Gaylord or whatever, and he was like, Trump wouldn't go to Fogo, and I said yes, he would. He would get the Diet Coca-Cola.
Hey, after PAX, we should try and get Ant back on again because, like, it was like what we did with Portland. You know, make it a tradition.
He's down. I'd
So
love
we
to have
just
him on.
bring
He's always
we just
fun.
bring Ant on every time just to talk about
I
the
really
trauma of that.
want. I really want Connor on. I really
You
want
mean?
Connor on.
No, but you know what's fucked up though? He's gonna have to be muzzled so much more than you
Yeah.
want him to be.
Yeah, no.
Fucking
Any conversation
Connor-
I have with him is just gonna get
Connor's
kicked off
worse
the
than me.
internet.
You know, fucking.
Connor's the worst. Connor's worse than me.
Connor's yeah.
Yeah.
No, Connor's worse than both of you, and I love him for it. It's all in good nature, but man, that boy is a terror, and I love him for it.
We're being replaced. You know, like once Connor's on here, it's over for us. Like as the residential chaotic people.
He's just too quick.
He's too quick, dude.
I don't know. I
Connor.
really don't know. I don't know how he does it that quickly. It's like
You ever heard
it's
of
like you know when
femboys, goof?
you know when people who you know when people freestyle
Yeah,
and they think of things in like a nanosecond. That's like what he does, but it's
But it's how he
cracking-
talks normally.
yeah.
It's that, but all the time.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh
Gilroy,
shoot! Hey,
you-
real quick, did we have a couple of boys that might need to hop off?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, are you out?
I
are
can
you?
I can do like another like 10-ish minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Sir,
Suris?
you have to get going.
Yeah, I gotta start getting ready to get my roommate to work.
Cool.
Take it easy,
So-
Suris. Hey,
Later, bud.
you ain't fucking kidding.
You
No,
ain't
take
kid.
it
You
easy.
ain't shitting.
I'll see you guys.
Farewell, Suris.
Later.
Oh,
You know what we
fuck,
should we should
I
have on.
could've-
We should have that little black bear on.
Oh hell yeah, he ain't fucking kidding.
Guys are idiots.
He
I
opened.
don't even know what you're talking
No,
about.
it was the little.
It was in our fucking group chat
Yeah, I
yesterday.
I posted a picture of a 5-week-old black bear who opened his eyes for the very first time, and I was like, he's opened his eyes for the first time, and he ain't fucking kidding.
It looks like a reaction image.
He's so fucking cute. I want to pet him.
I was at
I'm gonna drop
Six
it in
Flags
the stream.
years ago, and there was like they have this like safari thing that you can go on, and you just get on this like truck and they drive you around where all the animals are or whatever. But it's like a big one because I've been to like the one in Disney or whatever, and you just sit there and then it goes around and you're done. The one at Six Flags, like it's kind of a long drive, so halfway they stop at this like little rest stop that's like a little building with like some like it's like a petting zoo type of setup, but you're not supposed to pet anything.
I've put the bear in the fucking stream, by the way, so everyone can see him.
And you can like get drinks and stuff. And they had a little brown bear cub in the center, and he was only separated from everybody by like a wooden fence, and it was like, don't pet him. And he stuck his nose in between the like rungs of the fence, and I was like,
He has to be pet.
I was like, I'm not gonna not boop this brown bear's nose. It's not happening.
Yeah, no,
So-
fucking, if he ain't kidding, then you gotta pet him, you know?
Yeah, so I booped his nose.
The whole
I want to see if I
chat
can find the photo of him.
Also, this bear's name is Winston. So...
Winston.
Winston. Winston.
All right, where are we at with super chats?
Well, you've got some more to copy-paste in, I think.
I just got them all caught up.
Weed. Everyone comment on this bear, by the way. I want to see everyone tell me what they think of him.
It's a cute
Suris,
bear.
I think you got Go Kenji.
No, Suris isn't here, you fucking moron. We just
Sorry,
said goodbye
I'm
to
in
him.
Gilly.
What do I have?
Yeah, Gilly's up with Go
I
Kenji.
I confuse the two of them so
Oh
often.
Okay.
God, Suris isn't here. What happened to him?
Burger.
He's no longer with us.
Oh,
I can get rid of the bear now,
Okay.
right?
Oh no, you're gonna have to put. I'm gonna put in the back rooms the bear that I.
Okay.
'Cause I found
I guess
him.
I'm going to put the bear on the table so that we don't have to say goodbye to him. There we go. It just looks like we got a frame
All right.
picture of
All right,
him.
I'm sending the 3 photos of this bear
Do
to
I
the.
need to put that
to the
bear
back
in the
rooms.
stream as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Holy shit! How could you not?
Yeah,
How
no,
could
you
you not?
gotta pet him. Why are you kicking him
like-
in the face in the first one?
That's not my foot. I think he was just sniffing somebody's foot
Nice.
because nobody would like pet him, but they wanted to like somehow interact
Why
with
do
him.
they have him? Why do they have him so close if they don't want you to pet
Yeah,
the?
also,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
if
not
you're
gonna
supposed
not-
to pet him. Why is he there? You know, like...
Yeah, it's like there's because like when are you gonna be that close to a brown bear cub?
All right, hang on. I'm shrinking this image
I get
now.
that.
there's a picture of me with a tiger cub in my lap.
And no one cares about tigers, Wayne. We're talking about bears now.
He was adorable. Fuck you.
I like tigers.
I like tigers.
We have so many super chats left, guys.
No,
we
but,
do have a lot of super
Okay, but
chats. So
before we
gotta-
get to
gotta
that,
move
we
to
got to
these.
talk about the image of the bear that is up on screen now, which is the brown bear that Gilly kicked in the face.
I did not kick it in the face. You think I would wear those
For
pants
starters,
and those boots?
I don't think you should call him it.
I thought you knew.
I don't
I
know
knew
what
you'd get it.
gender this bear is, but you.
You got to put both photos, or all 3 photos.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna put all 3. I'll put.
Well, the other one where he's sticking his head totally out is
Well, no, but what I'm
that's
saying is the shoe one. The shoe.
Yeah.
Gilly the cub stomper.
Gilly the cub.
No. No.
Yeah. Please no.
Besides, he'd be a bear.
Burr.
Gilly the bird.
You see what I mean, chat? Like, it does look like he's kicking the bear in the face, but he's not. He's just letting the bear.
Boing
sniff
is
it.
It's not, but it's not my foot, so it doesn't. Even if it was being kicked in the face.
That Gilly doesn't kick bears in the face because he's not kicking it in the face.
Yeah, but I mean, even if I did kick bears in the
Just let
face,
him
I
sniff
wouldn't
his
wear. I would not wear beige pants.
He
What's wrong with beige pants?
It's not me.
Okay,
doesn't
fair enough.
boop that suit. He takes it out.
Won't catch me dead on a safari.
We gotta hide the bears though before Skeleton comes back because I don't want him having anything to do with the bears. So go
Gilly,
Kenji,
it's-
right?
Where are we on
Yeah,
this?
you're Go Kenji.
Hold on.
We got a big surprise progress on these.
All right, go.
You got
Go,
2 burgers.
Kenji. With
Burger.
Yeah.
cheesy hot fries. 2 of them.
That sounds good.
What if Sega drop Ian Flynn for the next game?
Would be a
Period.
big shit.
All right.
period.
Next one. That
No,
wasn't a question.
it-
So let's go
it
on
would-
to the next one.
It would be a big shame, but at the same time, if they were to get someone else up, like say Evan Stanley or our buddy Danny 8-Bit or something like that, then I think I wouldn't be. So
Daniel
mad.
Barnes.
Yeah, I'm referring to as Danny 8-Bit because, this is the internet.
Man, just get fucking, I don't know, Todd McFarlane.
No,
Shut up.
No, he likes
Shut up.
NFTs. Also, his action figures are fucking terrible.
He also hates women.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I was referring.
I'm,
to the talk
I'm
about-
learning things about Todd McFarlane
It's
today.
not that he hates women. It's when he was talking about the DC multiverse toy line and why they don't do more woman figures, but have like 10 fucking Batman figures every release. And he's like, it's because
because it's hard to animate hair
no,
for
no,
Assassin's
no, 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 no.
Creed.
Hold on. His
Much more
reasoning.
insane than that.
His reasoning is he wants to prevent people from growing up to be serial killers.
What?
See, that's a new one for me. I
Wait.
didn't hear that one.
No, so basically
what?
he says let's say your son Billy gets really good grades and you want to get him a treat. So you go to the store to get Billy a treat, and it's like you come home with I don't know, a Wonder Woman figure, and Billy's like, oh, did they not have any boy toys or robots or fucking military army men or stuff like that? He's basically saying, like, if you fucking get your son a girl action figure of a girl character, they're more likely to go on to be a fucking serial killer.
Okay.
Okay, listen. I'm hearing you out. I'm not denying it. I'm also not understanding how we're getting from point A to point B here.
Also, I just thought
I'm not
like,
saying you can't
usually-
get there. I'm just wondering
No,
what
but
the route
usually
is. 'Cause
when you buy your kid an action figure, you usually like check kind of which ones they're interested in, because the DC universe is a big fucking universe, like you don't just randomly pick up a DC toy for your kid, especially in the multiverse line, which is aimed at collectors. You'd buy him like a Mattel thing or whatever, fucking ridiculous. Todd,
we're
you're
gonna be
ridiculous.
how do
we're
we
gonna-
get to?
But,
How do we
gonna
get
be
to
out
no,
serial
but did you
killer?
hear his reasoning for doing NFTs now as well? He says in Japan they don't have a lot of space in their apartments for action figures, so it's
Oh my
better for them to
God.
have digital ones instead.
I regret cracking a joke about Todd McFarlane because I know more about him than I ever wanted to.
Todd
Anyways,
McFarlane is ridiculous.
I just thought it was funny that they brought him on board for some stupid fantasy game like 12 years ago or whatever, felt out of pocket, and that's all that was supposed to be. Anyway, are we on us, Jim?
good job bringing up a problematic man.
Yeah, good job, Wayne.
Oh.
You should have fucking done your background research, man.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
This is
Oh.
a Bayonetta situation all over again. Oh.
I think we're on.
What?
Are we on OzGMH? $5?
Yeah.
You ever flex so hard you made an entire street
Burger.
climax? No?
Hell yeah.
Well then, ain't I someone who saw a cockroach and rat make out at the size of kaijus?
Imagine spending money to send that.
I had a really
wait.
good coffee from Dunkin' Donuts today, and it was $5 and change. And it's like I could have done that, or I could have written that.
I don't know. I'm gonna be thinking about this for a while.
I've already spent too much time on it.
Anyway, it's your turn.
Is it?
What the fuck?
Is it my turn? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so, burger. We've got Mr. Terry Chaos sends £3. Happy March 10th. What's your favorite Mario game? Mine is Odyssey.
Wait, 2D or 3D?
Any.
I
Just
might-
any.
I might have to do.
I know, because I can't do it. I separate
Come on,
2D
well,
and
then
3D.
do
Same thing
both,
as Zelda.
Do both. Fucking just do two.
Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario 3D World.
Mario 3 and 64.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm with Gilly. I think 3 and 64, but Galaxy's really pushing in there though. I really love Galaxy.
I need to finish playing Galaxy. I have not given that a fair playthrough.
I don't care for the Galaxy games. I think I like 2 better than 1, but
I like 1 better than 2. Just the aesthetic alone and the atmosphere really got me going. I don't know about the general level design
Got
compared
you
to.
going, huh?
well, the level design is a little better in 2. But
Yeah.
I haven't played
So
a
it-
Mario game that has really captured me the same way that Odyssey has. I've got a lot of unfinished Mario games, if I'm being honest.
oh yeah, no, I mean it's definitely the runner-up after
Sorry, give me
64 for me is
1 minute.
Odyssey.
Yeah, like not even the other 3. Like I haven't gotten to the end of 3D World yet. I've barely touched Galaxy. I've kind of
3D World's really good.
lost interest in Sunshine, and same goes for 64. Sorry. I know
3D
it's-
World is 3D World's kind of in its own thing though. I wouldn't say it's like I don't want to call it a 3D Mario game even though it's in 3D because it's very
a
much
different- It's got the philosophy of like a 2D Mario game.
yeah, it's basically a 2D Mario game that's in 3D.
Yeah, like that's the thing is like I can kind of acknowledge that these things are a higher quality, but like I've just got a whole bunch of unfinished Mario games, and it's like if you fucking put a gun to my head, it's like
How do you not finish it? God, 64 is so fucking good.
64 just listen. I'm playing it, and I'm like, this is a very very old game, and I forgive it for it, but I've just lost kind of some interest in it, and it might be because I'm playing it with the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. I have heard that a lot of that game lives and dies
that is the
by-
reason.
Yeah, I've heard the game lives and dies by the more, the bigger range of movement, I guess.
Yeah,
The
I
more
actually
nuanced
have
controls of 64. Yeah.
I actually have it. I've talked about this before, but I have a problem playing, even though it looks amazing. Like for example, the PC port
Mhm.
or the native Switch port. Not the one from the collection, like but the native one.
Right.
Even though it looks better and it runs better, I have more of a problem playing that game with a more modernized control setup because the camera is a free camera. Whereas like Mario 64 was tied to the C buttons for the camera.
Mhm.
And I have such like specific muscle memory for that game that I'm used to like however you're moving with the thumbstick is tied to, you know, where the camera is positioned. So if you move the camera to the right, Mario's going to turn a different direction if you have your thumb on the thumbstick in the same direction because it changes, you know, the direction you're pointing. So I'm so used to manipulating the camera while I play that I screw up a lot in the version that has a free camera because I'm used to Mario's movement being tied to the position of the camera. And since it used to, you know, go at like specific intervals, it changes how you control Mario.
I mean, I have noticed like one of the more effective ways for me to play certain platforming segments is to have the camera specifically angled so it's on Mario's side, so it's almost like playing a 2D Mario game.
Oh, I hate that.
Okay, so I'm clearly doing the wrong strategy here. Like, I just find Mario to be a bit slippery compared to, like, say, Mario Odyssey and stuff in that game, and it's sometimes just to the detriment of the game. I mean,
You know what you should play, Pup.
go on.
Play Shovel Knight.
Maybe. Like, we'll get there. I've got a lot of unfinished games, alright? I think that's partly why I
You know,
like
you
Sonic
should-
so
you
much
should
is
play.
I fucking
You should
finished it.
play. You should play Shovel Knight: Spectre of Torment.
Oh,
So-
fuck
No,
yeah.
a question I was going to ask, though, is...
Dude, King of Cards.
A question
Yeah.
I wanted to ask on the subject of Super Mario 64, because I don't just want to leave my little fucking Nintendo Switch version of it behind. Like, is it worth me investing in one of the Switch's devoted N64 controllers for it?
I've not tried it. They're always sold out. So
I
it's hard-
have it, and I have never opened it.
Damn.
Um,
Collector's item.
I knew I needed it, but I haven't wanted to open it. So
Does-
I'm
I
like,
don't- does it work any different to the fucking... I don't know.
as far as I know, it just works like an N64 controller.
Amazon.co.uk. Let's have a look.
I do. I will
UK.
say I do prefer to play N64 games with an N64 controller. Like I can get away with using something like what is it, like the Brawler 64 or whatever. I can use those and I like them just because of the convenience of not because I play on my N64 because I have the HDMI mod.
Right.
And I use the Brawler 64 just out of convenience sake. But it does feel better for me to play on an actual N64 controller.
I feel that. And then, man, there's some games, like Mischief Makers is just made for that controller. You cannot play Sin and Punishment on anything but a 64 controller. It just does not work.
I like the N64. I always liked it. I
Yeah.
don't know why people have a problem with it. Really,
I like it. I like it just fine. I think it's actually pretty effective for what it was made to be, and I think it again, Mischief Makers is a really good example of how it molds the classic D-pad for side scrolling and then the analog stick. That's why it has 3 handles, and I never understood why people were so confused by that.
I think my only problem with the N64 controller is, as an adult, I don't necessarily like having my hands that close together.
That's fair.
Would a GameCube controller basically do the same thing for me in Mario 64?
No.
Ah, damn it! I can't find the 64 one, but I can find the.
I mean,
fucking
it'll
GameCube one.
work. It's just you're not going to control the camera with the C button. You'll
No, you're
control it with the
right.
C stick.
I mean, is that not a thing that's built into the All Stars version?
What?
Like, is the fucking.
Well, the
control
thing
being
is, playing that version of Mario 64 with a GameCube controller really isn't going to be that much different than playing with a Pro controller.
I see.
It'll feel different. I think the GameCube controller is more comfortable
Any
in a lot of
opinions-
situations.
Any opinions towards Retrobit? Are they like any good?
Retrobit, I think, is usually pretty good.
Yeah, because they've got like a tribute Nintendo 64.
Oh
controller.
no, not that. The one that
No.
has the tube. The one that looks like
The one
the
looks kind of like
hoary
a
one.
normal fucking controller. Yeah.
No, that one. No, that one and the. What is it called?
Damn, where do you get
The
these things?
That
You
one
have
and
to
the
buy them on the
Hyperkin one.
Nintendo. You have to buy them on the Nintendo online.
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet that's an
Yeah.
excuse for markup, isn't it?
Well, it's not just markup; they're also always sold out.
Yeah.
I still need to get the Genesis controller. It's the only one I'm missing.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. They're not only fucking expensive, but sold out.
But there are. Here you go. There's something like this. Hold on. Found something. I actually didn't even know that this existed. That's actually this.
You
Might
posting it
work.
in backrooms.
Yeah. Hold on. That's actually cool. I didn't know that this existed.
Let's take a look.
Let's see, wireless controller for Nintendo 64, PC, Switch, blah 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 blah.
Would that
I've seen
work?
things like this before.
Would that work?
Depending on the quality, no, it'll work. We just don't know how it feels.
Mm.
And there's a gray one too. I didn't know that these existed.
Found one of these at a thrift store one time. It was wired though, like a USB
Yeah,
wired N64 controller.
This works with a fucking GameCube, and
Oh,
like-
that's nice. Yeah, I see that. Okay.
this is actually
Huh.
sick. I wonder how the thumbstick is.
Yeah, me too.
We should probably pick these up to test them.
Well, I mean, the problem is I'm not seeing any. The worrisome thing is there's no like brand. Name
Yeah,
on
I
there.
mean the
Well, yeah, but
seller-
that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Do you know how good the fucking so on Amazon there's a cavalcade of
shit.
Switch Pro controller knockoffs that are all like $20, and they're all really, really good. Like they're really close to an actual Pro controller.
I mean, would like the fucking a proper fucking Nintendo Switch sort of like maybe knock off Pro controller? Would that be better for Mario 64 than the Joy-Cons?
I mean, yeah, everything is better than the Joy-Cons for everything.
So is it literally just the Joy-Cons are the problem?
Probably, I would not want to play Mario 64 with Joy-Cons.
don't-
There's too much. Like, it's so like Mario 64's controls are so like specific. Like there's literally problems
Yeah.
with Mario 64 if you have if you're using a controller like a GameCube controller, the GameCube controller's thumbstick gate is different than the N64's thumbstick gate, and that screws
Yeah.
up how you're playing.
And like the 64 controller was, unless this is just like old like gamer folklore that's been debunked. Like the 64 controller was designed specifically for Mario 64.
Yeah,
It's one or the other, right? Like this is still in the days of like I mean, this is still true for new systems, like the showcase game. You got to show off why it's important to buy this system.
So it's a very specific gameplay style, basically.
Well, I mean, like the N64 back in the day, they were really flexing just how sensitive the thumbstick was.
Yeah.
Along with other things. So there are a lot of points in the game that require you to like very carefully sneak by something or just slowly walk or carefully go or not slide down a hill. Like all of that very nuanced stuff. It was really cool in the day, but there is a reason why they've scaled back on that kind of shit in later games because it does get extremely frustrating.
but it's like
very
if you try to play with the Joy-Con though, it's like, Pup, do you drive? Do you drive a car?
I do.
Okay, so imagine it. You know how much like your steering wheel turns to the right and to the left.
Uh-huh.
Imagine if you close that off and your car still can turn as sharp as it normally does, but now your steering wheel only turns like 6 inches to the right or to the left.
Yeah, that'd be a pain in the ass to adapt to.
That's basically the same thing as using a tiny thumbstick to control Mario 64.
That makes sense. So maybe just getting a different controller for it might just be the right idea then.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Save myself a headache. Because I really want to experience it for, you know, what, like, you old people like about it, you know? Like, I really want to kind of get that experience, but right now I'm just like, man, this thing is unwieldy, you know?
I think the best thing to do is if we just hook up the N64 while you're here and you just go ham on some games. I think that's probably the best idea to go with.
Dude, I still love booting up an N64 and just playing Mario 64 on an N64.
Yeah, I get that. 100% get that.
I want to see if these controllers are any good now, honestly.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Tax right.
All right, guys. Let's keep going. We still got a ways to go here.
That we do. So who's up next?
I don't know anymore.
I'll just go ahead and take whatever the next one is.
Take up the reins.
Let's see. So yeah, Go Kenji with 2 chafes. Mario movie does what Sonic movie don't. In a lot of ways, and I feel like we've touched on some of these.
I'm gonna say it. I would hope so. I would hope it would be different.
Yeah.
I feel like we should just do, once the movie comes out, we really need to just do like a show just about the Mario movie.
I think so.
Dude,
I think I think like in another kind of way to look at it is like, you know, Mario already did live action, and Sonic's kind of doing the best kind of live action they could do right now. I have no doubt in my mind, eventually, if the Sonic brand keeps stable and keeps growing, I have no doubt in my mind we're gonna get that CG movie someday.
Like the way I look at it is, we got like a live action Labyrinth Zone studio set. Like, I'm not fucking mad about it being live action. It's a different appeal, you know? Like, and I think like Mario definitely needs to be animated because like the world building is a bit more important, I would say, than what Sonic has. Sonic, it hinges more on its characters and story, you know? Like, and that's not to say that you can't have fun with things like Green Hill Zone, but like, you know, you can survive without it. Mario needs the Mushroom Kingdom, needs all of that stuff surrounding him, and I'm glad to see them do it. I'll be happy to see if Sonic ever fully commits to a fully animated thing. The one thing Mario's doing that I want Sonic to do is incorporating more of the music into it. Like, there's no excuse for how bland Sonic's music is in these movies.
What I'm happy to see from them is incorporating the entire franchise into this movie, like the spin-off games, the old cartoons that were over here, even going so far as to give them the origin that we had here in the States.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they're not
like
shying away from any aspect of Mario. They're celebrating every single thing about it.
there was even that like commercial as well, where it was like the plumbing commercial.
Yeah, which I'm sure is going to be in the movie as well. I mean, like, again, the van is a little play set.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Pup, when are you leaving back to the UK again?
April the 19th. So the Mario movie will come out while I'm out there.
Okay, so I can buy one, get one.
Buy one, get one. I would fucking hope so, you know? I would think that's how capitalism works.
Oh my god.
Not always.
Yeah, no,
for
yeah.
Mario.
You know, if you're buying a flight ticket on a budget airline, yeah, it's not always buy one, get one.
You know, these controllers have built-in memory pack and rumble.
That's pretty badass.
And I was wrong. It's not GameCube. It works with an original N64 original N64 and anything USB.
You ever notice how Frontiers has no rumble?
Now I do.
Yeah, no, it was really weird because, like, for some reason, like, my laptop's audio plug-in thing that I've got to make it sound better detected my PlayStation 5 controller as an external speaker, as I can kind of understand, but rather than it coming out in the sound of audio, it was coming out in the form of vibration, and I was like, man, this feels really cool, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, they didn't patch it. I'm just not getting any sound. Yeah, it's been an interesting ride, but I noticed that as soon as you got vibration and rumble, it starts feeling more like Unleashed. Interesting. Well, anyways, that's
All right.
irrelevant. Burger. Oh, Wayne's been, so it's me. Go, Kenji. Once again, with 2 chafings. Why not do a Prime game? What, you mean based on that fucking energy drink?
I think they're talking like Sonic Prime.
No,
like
I know,
a game
I
based on
know, I
Sonic
know,
Prime.
I know. I mean, yeah, when I first saw that trailer, I thought this could be a cool video game, you know? But having seen the show, I'm kind of like, listen, like, between Marvel and DC and all of this stuff, I don't ever want to hear the word multiverse ever again in anything.
Yeah, I'm so tired.
Yep.
No more multiverses.
Very tired of
not
multiverse.
Even, not even in Sonic. Like, dude, Marvel, listen to me. Just end the fucking multiverse thing as soon as you can. Because the thing with the multiverse,
Oh,
it's meaningless. It makes everything meaningless. Any death can be popped out and replaced with someone else. Any event, it doesn't matter, because it could have just happened in another universe or whatever. Fuck the multiverse in fiction. It's time to stop. Everything Everywhere All at Once ended it perfectly. Yeah, sorry, go on, Gilly.
this is completely off topic, but there you go. This is probably a good option.
Gweely, let's have a look. Oh, so what, get the adapter and get...
Yeah, you can
actual-
just plug in an N64 controller to your Switch.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
That's kind of Kino.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the 3D All Stars version of Mario 64 is compatible with the 64 controller layout too.
That is boss.
This
Alright.
is sick. I like this. That's awesome.
I might have to pick
Yeah,
that one out in the States.
I've got one of those so that I can use my actual 64 controllers on my PC when I'm emulating.
And Mayflash's shit is good. I haven't ever had a problem with it.
I'm going to add it to my wish list.
Sonic show, just to clarify, Pup's not in the States still, but he's going to be coming back soon.
Soon.
Oh my gosh! But
Oh,
good to
hey.
have you, Sonic.
Oh, hey. Hey, Jaden. How you doing?
How you doing, Jay?
Also, Pup, you're gonna love it. Boston, much nicer city.
I've heard. Actually, yeah, I hope... Yeah, I'm not in America still. I will be coming back out to the States later this month.
There you go. All right.
Also, dude, did you hear all the Walmarts in Portland closed down?
I saw you posted that somewhere. Yeah.
I love how everything Portland does is just comedic now. Because, like, that's so Portland.
That city just makes me sad.
It's horrible. It's the worst place ever.
Oh my god. All right, let's see here. Did we already do? You did first go Kenji, the second one here. With CHF, to CHF, thank you. CHF, our sweet Swiss cheese money. And then the little tongue face.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Sweet Swiss. Oh gosh.
Burger.
I'm very late on that one.
All right.
Okay. Who's up?
I think it's Gilly's turn.
Burger.
Oz GMH, $5. For annoying dogs to old men, to cat-breasted girls to Metroiders, try Gamer Juice R, where you can sleep in and contribute nothing to a Sonic podcast.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
What do you mean annoying? Okay. Well,
Oh my god.
All right, we got Crimson Rose with $2. What's up, boys? How is the Speedy Blue Rodent?
he's
Dead.
not doing anything right now. I think we hit him with our car.
He's fucking dead.
He dented my fender.
Oh my god.
Burger HD. Sonic Fans 1661 sends $5. Do you think Sonic is a Marxist, socialist, communist, or capitalist? Suris and I actually kind of touched on this in like the philosophy episode. I feel like Sonic just has no political alignment. We were talking about like how Sonic and Shadow would deal with someone like J.K. Rowling. Sonic would be like, she's free to do whatever she wants as long as she's not bugging me with it. And Shadow would be like, drop the fucking pen. You're gonna die. Shadow was a radical leftist, even in spite of the memes.
Go.
But he loves guns.
Yeah, I think you'll find that we all love guns. Guns are a universal good thing. Oh god, I'm gonna stop. This is getting This is getting way too.
I was gonna say Shadows against children getting shot. So.
You know what? Kind of ironic, actually. Yeah, like, fuck. Shadow the Hedgehog 2005 is one confused game.
I mean, going by the Shadow game, that just tells me he could go any kind of alignment. Just he looks at a robot and he's like, "That's me."
So Shadow is also completely
Just
fucking
So
destroy
political.
Not only is that
he's
me,
just-
that is all of me.
He's just Tim Pool.
Yeah, sure, I get that joke. I'm an adult.
It's fence sitter.
Fence sitter.
Did you
Whatever
ever see
call
the picture I did of J.K. Rowling as Modog?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it up on stream and I'm gonna put it in the background. No, okay, right. You're gonna like this. All right. Let me find it. It's on my Twitter somewhere.
Well, while he's doing that,
No, I got
Yeah,
it.
we gotta
got it.
we gotta be moving through these
I
guys.
got it. Wait,
Yeah.
wait. No.
Oh,
Wait,
fuck's sake, man.
backwards.
Yeah, I was supposed to leave like 10 minutes ago.
No,
but
but
I got it.
you want to see this?
Yeah, we've spent like a half hour on like 4 super chats.
There's J.K. Rowling.
Yeah,
as
well, you know
Modog.
what?
Oh
You know
my
what? We have ADHD, so
There she is.
I'll let you know how funny it is in
Jesus
10 minutes when the stream updates.
No, just check
Oh
the
my
back rooms.
God.
Check the back rooms.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting her face to be widened.
Oh god.
Oh my fucking god.
Anyway,
All right.
Nick, I think you're up.
Yeah, Mr. SP with $3.10. Thank you so much. We don't need to talk about Mario Mark 10 today, do we? I think we have plenty, Mr. SP.
Thank you, Mr.
Let's,
SP.
Yay, Mario! Mario's pretty wizard, as the
What
kids
about,
would say.
What about Joe Doc?
Amicus at any rate.
I
did get a little
Who's up?
cat.
Who is it?
Gilly with OzGMH.
Oh, it's GMH. It's $2. Sunset City's Gilly been charged with not comedy. That's never happened.
We've also got Crimson Rose with 5 burgers.
Wait.
What is Shadow's?
Just roll through it.
No,
Blaine.
wait.
You know what? A couple
Okay, now
decades
you
ago,
go.
that was 5 burgers. Not anymore.
Okay.
Not in Biden's economy. Go on.
Thanks, Obama.
Let's go.
What is Shadow's position on the Second Amendment rights? God, I hate politics. Ruby drives me up the wall. Enough already.
Robbie?
Ruby.
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 That's kind of funny because we actually like just touched on how we don't know where Shadow stands on that.
Touched
So,
on my willy.
all right, but
Okay. Burger me, pup. Burger. Thanks. Okay, so Sonic Fan 1661 sends $2. Pup, you're a Sonic fan. You are a furry by default. Well,
not
then,
sure that's how that works.
if everyone's furry, nobody's furry. I'm gonna crinkle some diapers.
Crimson Rose with $20. Thank you so much. Recently, I've gotten into
Burger.
PSP games, and I found a copy of Phantasy Star Portable. And to be honest, I refuse to believe Sonic Team helped develop that game. It's surprisingly really good for a PSP title. What do you all think about it? I've not played it, but historically, Sonic Team does really good games when it's not Sonic. So
That's horrible.
that's true, is what it is.
Which
They're
might...
really good at making games. Sonic Team is really good at making games as long as they don't have Sonic in the title.
Yeah.
This is why the whole Insomniac Games thing might not even work out.
No, it's no. It's their fault. Blame the people. It's their fault. There are people that could do Sonic better. 100%.
We were talking about fan games earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think Gilly, you're up next, sir.
Sonic Fan 1661 5 brr. From a video I saw recently, Emo, if it weren't for the Sega Sammy merger, so many issues post Heroes would have either not happened or been less severe.
yeah, I saw that. I think that was, what was it, Golden Bolt's video or King K's? I think it was the same video where they mentioned how Takeshi Iizuka did like the vast majority of the Sonic Heroes level design to the point that he fucking lost weight because of it.
That was Kevin touched on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a chat with the YouTuber I will not name here, but he also, I mean, years ago pointed that out to me too. The Sega Sammy mergers, like, there's a clear, stark difference in terms of prioritizing Sonic games, and I think that we don't know exactly how any of the stuff was made specifically. We do have a lot more behind the scenes stories now, but yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if there was a bit of a management shakeup that caused things to goof up there. And yeah, Sega was in a very messy spot in those days, horribly messy spot. So, whole number of factors that could cause Sonic franchise to be in the state that it might still be in, depending on your outlook. There you go. Oh my god.
Yes,
Sure.
you like the Tom and Jerry, don't you?
I think it's my turn. With Otis Small, 420. Blaze Up channel.
Hell, you ain't fucking shitting.
Blaze it up, Chanel.
Oh, I don't like that. Wait, why are you still calling me Channel Otis? Otis!
Chanel Pup.
There is more to me than that.
Chanel poop.
What?
All right, Poop, you're up next.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's your name now.
we
We're
got,
gonna call you Poop now.
Our friend Australia Conserve H sends $5. Say a Sonic 2D film happened. Out of all of the official art styles you would like to see animated. Gilly, stay silent like the kid you aren't, and Dabba-dee.
What?
Oh, Jam, you're fucking high. So wait, out
What?
of all of the official art stuff, so does it have to be limited to comics then, or? So if it's a 2D Sonic, unless it's just literally everything happens left to right, yeah, it's still 3D animated.
It's not overthinking.
How do you have like a side-scrolling movie? That could kind of work, actually. That's basically a Wes Anderson film when you think about it.
Let's go easy. It's the toy.
You ever
The
seen
fucking Sonic CD. Do that one.
Old Boy?
Oh, fuck, no, wait, fuck. I would go for the Knuckles Divergent short art style.
Which has a heavy influence, not entirely by, but there is that heavy influence by what's his face in there. Oh my god. Yeah, I'd be down with all that. I said it before when we talked about the best Sonic cartoons. I still firmly believe the best Sonic cartoons have been the shorts. So
You ain't
Yeah.
shitting.
give those talented dudes more money, give them a project, and go ham because the franchise deserves it. Sega, you got enough money for a good ass Sonic show, if not movie. Do it.
Guys, I think I gotta go.
Goodbye,
All
Gil.
right, bud.
Farewell, Guilford.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, Gilly. Ozjam H with $2. Hey mon, guys mon, how mon, you mon, doing mon, now mon.
Burger.
Tired mon.
Yeah. What?
You ain't kidding, man.
We need to de-digivolve Ozjam Hmon.
His vocabulary mon.
Welcome
That's
to
very-
Jamaican Sunset City.
God damn it.
A very problematic podcast
Your turn, Wayne.
for the racist and racist age.
And we got Ozjam H with 5 burgers. This is specific to me, but I am surprised Roger Craig Smith hasn't been casted as a turtle, and the only thing related is when he took over Drax in S2? Season 2?
of the Guardians of the Galaxy, I'd imagine. Because Roger Craig Smith does get about when it comes to Marvel and DC. Like, he's played Captain America, he's played Batman.
Unless if there's season 2 of a Ninja Turtles show and there's a turtle I don't know about named Drax.
Is there a turtle
Not
named
a-
Drax?
It's not a turtle. So for season 1 of Rise of the TMNT, what they're referring to is Baron Draxum, which was voiced by what's his face? Wrestler boy. But season 2, Roger Craig Smith took over for him, and you could I don't know, I could barely tell a difference, honestly. But yeah, he takes over as Baron Draxum in season 2, which is cool. There you go.
You ain't fucking kidding.
But yeah, no, usually he doesn't, like, I don't know, I don't really want him as a teenager. That's the big problem we have with Sonic right now, or at least a lot of people do, right? Like,
Yeah, but I mean,
he's
like,
got
it depends.
Voice.
Yeah, but if he's like with the Hollywood teenagers and not with like the teenagers we got in the new one, I think it'd work.
But man, he sounds better as Chris Redfield than Sonic the Hedgehog, and we just need to come to terms with that. That's just how it is.
Disagree.
Have you played any of the games?
Yes.
What games?
Resident
what games
Evil 1.
So you played the games he was in?
The point I'm trying to make is that I just think he's perfectly good as Sonic. I think he's great as Sonic. I don't need Sonic to sound like an actual teenager. Like, I'm perfectly happy with the stereotypical Hollywood teenager. Like I say, Tobey Maguire was fine as Spider-Man. Roger Craig Smith is fine as Sonic.
Well, ain't gonna get into a whole voice argument one way or the other. I can live with it. I just think
there's no point in an argument anyway. It's completely fucking subjective. Anyways, Burger, is it my turn?
I think so.
Nami the Neko sends $5 and says, meow.
Thank you. Crimson Rose with $5. Thank you. What's Nick's thoughts on TMNT versus Batman movie? It's a lot of fun. Real good ass time. If you haven't watched it, you should. Damn good.
Batman and Shredder fight.
People are very generous today, aren't they? This is a very generous day.
Yeah.
Also, we got Mike 1911 with $1.99. Hey Nick, try Big Bad Toy Store. For what?
Big
Talking about the
get
current...
your big badass toys at bigbadtoystore.com. Click the link in the description below. Those who know, it's Shartimus. Hell yeah. There's no link in the... Yeah, Shartimus Prime. He's a toy reviewer on YouTube, and he always does the big, get your big badass toy. Yeah, anyways, it's just a thing he does. But yeah.
They sell them by series. I don't want to buy all of them. They always have Sonic or another, or like Shadow or some other shit. And I only ever want like 2 figures with every wave. And they always mark it up anyway, so... Nah, I always kind of skip on that. I'll just wait until they show up in Target or Walmart. But thank you for the suggestion. Wayne, your turn.
All right. We got Mbani with 20 currency. Thank you.
Pounds. The great and honorable Mbani has sent us £20.
20 pounds currency. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You ain't kidding. And because
we are
that's
humbled by your
pounds,
generosity.
no, because that's pounds. That's worth a lot.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Up.
Burger. Okay, so Crimson Rose sends us $5. What's green and has wheels? A green car, I would imagine.
Not my car. Oh man.
Nick don't have a green. Oh man, he wanted the green car. Oh man, he had a black car. Oh man, not green. Oh man. Huh?
Don't dox me, bro.
It's a fucking car color, mate. Like, there's a lot of black cars in the world.
There's only 2. Me and Batman. Oz Jam H with $2. It was from Doom Patrol for context for climax.
Oh man, I've only watched 3 episodes of Doom Patrol, and it was really good.
Yeah, I had a good time. I didn't finish it.
Good time, didn't finish. Anyways, yeah. Shut up. Burger.
Whose turn is it?
I think it's your... No, it's Wayne's, isn't it? Is it Wallace?
Yeah. Crimson Rose with $2. Grass. I lied about the wheels.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Crimson. I feel like I'm being gaslit, Matt. Like, that's not okay. You shouldn't gaslight people.
Cool.
Burger. Oh, it's me. Otis Small sends $5. Are Ninja Turtles furries? What constitutes being a furry? Is SpongeBob a furry? Is Channel a furry? You tell me.
question. I've heard that they could be considered furries. I feel like the Ninja Turtles were kind of left out of that particular conversation for a very long
They
time.
are scalies.
I've heard that term too. I imagine that's changed, but like,
They're Uzis.
well, the furry conversation always seemed to revolve around,
Muties.
well, like the Sad AM characters or like Disney characters, if I remember correctly. I didn't remember the Turtles being a part of it, and I think that's largely because April was kind of the sex object for the longest time there.
Yes, the woman is an object.
Kind of treated her like that.
We should go back to the old ways.
No, we should not.
Oh boy, Black Yakuzu 94 with $5. Thank you. So if you guys performed a fusion dance or used the Potara, what would your fusion names be? Oh god.
So like we'd have to like go for a fusion of everybody, I guess.
I mean, actually, Pup and I would be pretty cool because we could just be called Pain.
Yeah.
That works.
Me and Nick would be Pick.
Or no.
If we combine me with Suris, it would be either Sup or Puris. I don't know which one.
Purist.
I don't know which one's funnier.
Purist the pissant.
Gilly the boss. Willie the boss.
Nuris.
Gup.
Serene. Gill
Oh
up.
god. Adorable.
Pilly.
All right. Wayne, your turn.
All right. Thank you. We got Crimson Rose with $5. Crush 40 playing Live and Learn in Sonic 3 would be amazing.
It would. I highly doubt it, but it would. I did see someone on Twitter earlier say, like, it could be that maybe they get, like, Fallout Boy to do a cover of Live and Learn or something, which I would actually be okay with. Like, if we could just get a bit more of a salute to Sonic's musical history beyond just Green Hill Zone. Hey, Sega, everybody, even Paramount now, it doesn't always have to be Green Hill Zone.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I've been having trouble copying these last couple of super chats for some particular reason. So is it my turn?
Burger. Yes, I think so.
Okay. We have Xavier Fortin back again. Thank you with 279 Canadian. Pup, Joe Doc, it's perfect.
Thank you, Xavier Fortin. Hell, you ain't fucking kidding. Burger. I think it's me, isn't it? What fucking order are we in now? Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Crimson Rose sends $50. Jesus fucking Christ, Crimson Rose. Pup, here's you some money for the America trip. Jesus Christ, Crimson Rose, thank you.
Thank you so much, Crimson. It's very sweet of you.
I'm going to spend it on hookers. Oh, wait, we're not going to Vegas, are we? I thought Boston
No,
and
we're
Vegas
not.
were the same thing.
We're not
Yeah,
gonna-
sure. We're not doing Vegas.
Burger.
Not Arco Polo with $5. A bit late to the party, but do you guys plan on uploading any more of those episodes to Spotify? Yeah, your boy's just horrible about his job, but yeah, we will.
Okay, we'll just kill
One
him.
of these days, Alice. One of these days. Bam! Spotify.
All right, Wayne.
All right, we got OzJam H with $4.99. If the turtles can sound like grown men, acting as teenagers and people like that, I don't see why Sonic can't, and I don't care. I'm petty, dang it. Yeah.
The simple reason is because Sonic is held to a different standard to every other fictional entity. It's simple.
I don't think so.
Anyway,
That wraps things up, doesn't it?
Well,
No, it
we
doesn't.
did call it the cut off for the super chats. I'm gonna read the last two here real quick, but we are done for today, guys.
Did we cut off?
Yeah.
Where are we at?
I wrote a cutoff in the chat, but we do have two more
Okay,
after
so
that.
Yeah,
the
but
rest
you
will be
guys so
done
much.
next week.
Well, no, I just want to get them done now because we sometimes miss the
Yeah.
tail end.
Oh, okay. So no.
Sonic Band 1661 with $5. Thank you. Furry-esque animals are usually just anthropomorphic in nature, like having human intelligence, mannerisms, expressions, etc. Thank you for the clarification there. For God's sake, Sonic. Don't forget the pocket cast as well. Thank you. We won't. Mr. SP with $10. Been a pretty wild show today. Great way to fill time. Thank you so much. Yeah. No, it's usually a good way for us to fill our
Wild?
time.
You mean like a monkey?
But yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh, this ain't good, guys. Oh man. Oh, I better put
And
these
Sonic
bears
Fan
away.
1661 with $2.
He's
Please
already
don't
read it.
forget.
He's already
I read
read
it. I read it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I-
No more.
I-
No more.
I-
Thank you for your. Thank you.
Hid the bears
you
to
so
keep
much,
them
Chad.
safe from the skeleton.
All right, Wayne, what are you doing?
I actually finally finished Digital Card Battle. I'm working on the script. Video might actually be done and ready for next weekend. I'm very excited about that.
Hey, nice. Pup, what are you doing?
Ah, shit. I'm waiting for a sponsor to approve my fucking latest video, which is all about how the Marvel Cinematic Universe lost its meaning through the multiverse. And the video's just been approved, so it'll be up tomorrow. Or tonight.
Nice.
Maybe tonight. Maybe tonight.
And I'm gonna finish editing down some audio, and I will send a video your way whenever you got free time to edit, so we can get more Mecha March Madness
Make
out the door for everybody.
it happen.
But that's gonna do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for this extended wild ass show, and we will catch you next week. No, I think I'm tired. I think I'm very tired.
What? Are we still
Yeah.
rolling, Pup? Are we still